What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to match reaction for, you know what, I know I normally start with applause, but we're just gonna get one, just for showing up, because yeah, this is an embarrassing one. Qarabag 2, Chelsea 2. This team just loves to make things complicated. Just make a shirt that says that. Love to make things complicated. I'm sure there are shirts there, and you might as well put that as a sponsor, because that's what we do. We love to make things complicated here at Chelsea Football Club. Ladies and gents, before we get this show on the road, before I get the panel in and all that stuff, be sure to smash up the like on your way in, subscribe to the channel, hype up the video, the channel, the live, as it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Check out the links in the description, and be sure to look into the memberships. Might be something there to interest you. Come here and become a casual part of the community here. So that being said, at least do it for the sympathy, because yeah, Qarabag. We lost to Gucci and fucking Dolce & Gabbana, bro. We just lost to Qarabag. This is ridiculous. I'm ready to hear all the jokes on Monday, or next time I'm on American Waffle, and it's not gonna be lovely. Yeah. So, as per usual, quick summary of the game. I'm not gonna go too crazy in this. I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up. Heavily rotated side, which was expected, and of course it should have been enough to get the job done. And I'll put a caveat on that too. By heavily rotated side, I mean a good portion. There's still some starting players on that pitch that were available. We got Cucurella, Sanchez started today, James started, Esteval was in there, Pedro started as well. But it didn't take long for our boy LAVIA to come off injured. 5 minutes into the match, LAVIA holding his thigh. Hopefully it's not a bad injury, but this is where you now need to count on Maresca to do the right thing. And you also look into the squad depth. Someone like Dario Sugo probably comes in that situation. You give Moises Caicedo time to rest, or maybe you don't. I don't know. It's a hypothetical, right? Regardless, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have made a difference. Chelsea were the first 20, 25 minutes. For those first 20, 25 minutes, they look good. We looked like we were dominating. We were ready to create chances. We were the better team. We looked like we were the better team. And it didn't take long for Esteval to show just how much of a bright spark he can be on this side, and a player that, as much as we want to protect him, I think it's time to release, the shackles and just let him go. Because right now we're in a position where we need consistency, and he's consistently providing with performances and chances and just looking dangerous, giving Qarabag something to think about. And it didn't take long for him to get in the scoreboard. And it was a pretty brilliant goal. Andre Santos having a strong beginning of the game, showing up in the box in dangerous areas, finds himself in the box again, passes it off to Estevao. Estevao cuts inside, does a little jinky-majinky, and then near post shot where the keeper was leaning the opposite direction. He wasn't going to get it. Brilliant. Tactically great IQ goal from Estevao. The kid's ahead of his time, and he should be starting game in and game out. It didn't take long, though, for Chelsea to completely fall over themselves. And the warning signs were there. A player that a lot of us have advocated for, Hato. We wanted him to start, and unfortunately, today was one of those days where he struggled. And listen, for the player's development, yeah, he needs a game like this. And to be honest, guys, in the grand scheme of things, this isn't do or die. It's an embarrassing result. We're still in the Champions League. We could still qualify to the next round, but it still leaves a bad taste in the mouth. No one's gonna look at it that way. We're all looking at the result that should have been 3 points in the bag, getting us closer into that top 8 position to automatically qualify and not have to play 2 qualifying matches to advance into the next round of Champions League. The less games for this team, the better. We already have players falling injury left and right. LAVIA today, who's a crucial player in this team that hopefully he recovers soon. But I digress. It didn't take long for Qarabag to get an opportunity. And unfortunately, the signs were there were Hato, where he was struggling with the physicality that Qarabag was bringing to the team, bringing to the game. Qarabag started to turn momentum into their favor. And unfortunately, in a little bit of a scramble, I think, what was it? I think Qarabag ended up getting a shot and deflected back, and then they ended up shooting and it went in. Something like that happened. It was just chaos, and Tosin being useless, absolutely useless. I'm ready to get rid of this player. Regardless, you would think, okay, fine, Chelsea, respond. We're defensively, we're not great. We're looking like we're going to get a few more goals in this game. Nope. In fact, we could see the penalty. Jarell Hato maybe naively turning with his arms held out. It's given as a handball. I can't really argue it too much. I've seen that given before. And Qarabag go up 2-1. Chelsea are in the back foot. And towards the last few minutes of that first half, we tried to get back into it, but nothing at all. Halftime comes. Maresca makes a handful of changes. Gittins comes off for Garnacho, who I thought that was a mistake. However, Gittins wasn't shooting. Let's be honest. He had some shots. They were all. I don't think he had a single shot on target. I'll look into the stats. But he was dribbling. He was getting into tight spaces. He was looking neat on the ball. But Jadon Sancho settings. Just no shoot FC. He comes off. Andre Santos comes off. I was surprised about. And Tariq George, who I forgot to mention. Yeah, he was a striker today, not Mark Guiu. Why not play the striker in a striker position? Okay. George comes off and Delap comes on. And I believe those are the 3 substitutions that were made. And we looked a little better. We looked like we were a little bit more in the front foot. The decisions were very, very questionable. Garnacho, I don't know what he's going to do against a low block in Qarabag. He struggles against this. But in a quick moment of transition where the play goes in our favor, we're counterattacking, Garnacho is there. He tries to do a Trivela pass to Estevao, and I appreciate the creativity, but it didn't get executed well. But luckily for him, he gets a second chance, goes wide, takes a shot, does what we wanted him to do, which is take a damn shot, and he scores. And good for him. He scored. That's all he did. Because outside of the scorpion kick, a little later in the game, he didn't do really much of anything. In fact, he was just as frustrating as, Gittins. So goes to show two sides of the same cheek when it comes to this ass we're talking about. Yeah, the game ends up in a 2-2. Liam Delap comes on, maybe has some chances. It helps quell Qarabag a bit because now they have to worry about their defense and not overly commit to attack, which is what was happening in that first part. So it was nice to have a striker that could do that instead of George, who maybe wasn't getting that job done, which is why we don't want George to strike. Yeah, he's been scoring goals, but he's not a striker. A striker entails a lot more to the game than just scoring goals. And overall, I think even Enzo, for as much as he looked like he was there, captaining the attack and trying to create chances, not many were executed properly. At times, he was just being wasteful and passing into areas, hoping someone was there instead of looking to see if someone was. So a little bit of frustration from what we saw from Enzo. Listen, I'm not going to complain about Caicedo. He came on short notice. He should have been rested. He played a good game. Cucurella played a decent game. I think even Cucurella had a hard time today. James, an off day for him. He had a hard time. First half especially. Second half he looked better. But overall, guys, it just wasn't good enough today. And defensively, until we improve, we're going to get more inconsistent matches like this. And it's just disappointing to see it. Obviously, the world's not over. If this was in the Premier League, I'd probably be reacting a lot more angry. But again, this is 3 points we should have put in the bag. 3 points that we need to get into a more comfortable position in Champions League. And let's not pretend that going forward, the Champions League games aren't going to get any more difficult. We still have Barcelona on the calendar, Napoli on the calendar. We have Paphos, which is should be like what should have been today, but can't underestimate these Champions League teams now. But yeah, this is a disappointing result. Absolutely disappointing result. Plenty of chances were created, not taken, and plenty of just idiotic mistakes at the back. More could have came as well. That's the other issue. But I digress. Big up to the panel. Let's get you guys in here. What's going on, guys? Not a good game, huh?
No. Don't really know where to start with the game, to be honest. I think with, do you know what this game was for me, Marshall? I think this game was the equivalent of the Newcastle game in the Cup last season, where I think I just realised that a large portion of this squad, especially the depth, just isn't good enough. I think I knew that already, but I think this was kind of the kind of nail in the coffin for that. Whether you look at centre back, which I'll touch on in a bit. Whether you look at the wingers, which is where I want to start, there isn't a single winger I want starting for us week in, week out. Even Esteval, I don't want him starting week in, week out, not because he's not good enough, because he is. It's because I don't want us to have to rely on an 18-year-old kid playing 90 minutes every single week to the point where we burn him out before he's even hit his mid-20s, because that's what it's going to be, because he's the only winger that's capable of playing right now. There isn't a single other winger we've got that's even capable of playing week in, week out. They're not good enough. Our strikers aren't really good enough at the moment. Delap comes on and produces nothing. The one thing he did produce, which was nice, was the counter attack for the Garnacho goal. But outside of that, he offered a couple runs in behind, was offside most of the time. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn door with any of his shots. That might be the worst cameo I've ever seen from Enzo Fernandez. Genuinely speaking, I don't actually remember him completing a single pass or a single cross to get a shot on target. We're bringing Buenanotte on in the 70-something minute for literally no reason, because he's going to do nothing. Yeah. And then we have the centre-backs. and then we have the centre backs. Like, what is there to say at this point? Like, what is there to say at this point about the centre backs that hasn't already been said? Like, Hato I'll touch on in a moment, right? But depending on how you view that first goal, Tosin has been involved in 8 or 9 goals we've conceded this season. 8 or 9. He's played 600 minutes. Whenever he plays, we're guaranteed to concede a goal at this point. Like, statistically speaking, we're guaranteed to concede when he plays. Whether he's involved or not. But more often than not, it's when he's involved. Like, this is just shit. Like, do you know what's bad as well about this moment? Hato does poorly here. This was the second time he got beat, because there was another one he got beat where he could have given away a penalty, but it wasn't given. But the thing is, he fucks up here. This is still salvageable, by the way, even after he fucks up. But Tosin is, like, in no way positioned correctly, and then gets beaten by a chop inside for, like, the 4th game this season. It happened against, Fulham, and he got away with it because it was a foul. It happened against literally the next game, whoever we played it was. Jesus Christ, that's still. He turns like a truck.
He committed. He committed to it. He committed.
Tosin.
No. Do you know what the funniest thing is, Chris? He doesn't commit. He's just
not that. The ball.
No, he doesn't even commit. He's just that immobile. He turns like a tank that he can't do that like quick change of direction. So he's fucked.
You know what I'd rather him do? Is just go in a slide tackle and see if he gets the ball.
Bro, I'd rather him not get embarrassed by an attacker who has 2 last names. Camilo Duran. What are we doing, bro?
Is that his name?
Camilo Duran. He was cooking Hato and freaking Tosin all night. It's embarrassing. You know you're playing a small team when you have Camilo Durans, Axel Washingtons, all these like C-Tech South American players that maybe got called up to the national team once, and we're getting embarrassed by them.
What I felt like of our defense, right? We have a structure of like 2 fullbacks, they're good, but then you got like, you know, like the net catcher, like you got the structure, but the net in between is just broken. That's how it felt like.
Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
That was just shambolic. It's one shambolic from both, but like Tosin is supposed to be an experienced centre back, and who's actually your centre back? You know, Hato's like more of a left back and centre back. Even though I still like wanted him to play at centre back, but like today, man, like he was heavily involved in those 2 goals. But like that's not fully all on Hato, I guess, because like Tosin should be able to stop that at his experience, and he's big and he's just turns like a tank, sadly.
The thing is,
side
like,
of like defense centre back anyway.
This is the thing that frustrates me, is that it's games like this where I look at Maresca and it's like you're just setting yourself up for failure. You knew immediately when Qarabag saw Tosin and Arabayo on that lineup, they were like, just send it. Duran will get it, just send it. Send the long ball in.
You're going to do this game for Chalaba.
Yeah, but I think after this game, I'm going to safely say Tosin is the worst.
No, I get that.
Everyone in our team, he is the worst.
No, but I know. But if you're talking about sending it in the air, they're both equally shit in the air. 1 6'6", 1 6'4". They're both shit in the air.
But at least when Chalaba has played, there's been 1 or 2 games where Chalaba has shown me, okay, you've had a good game. Maybe you're over this.
Sure.
Yeah. Tosin this season, has he had a good game?
Yeah, but I think...
No, he hasn't seen a good game. My thing is Marshall is like, I don't think he's setting himself up for failure in the sense of these guys have to play. And this is where I say of just like...
Yeah, we said this.
This is why this season's a write-off for me now. Like, we are not winning anything for 2 reasons. Number one, because of, like I said, the state of some of the squad, especially the depth pieces. And secondly, is because we are so inconsistent, it's incredible. Like, these guys have to play. It's the same with the wingers. They have to play. At some point, they have to. We're about to go into the busy period of the season where you're playing once every 3 days. These guys have to play. We know they're shit. They have to play. We have no other option. The other options are playing academy kids.
I thought like you're talking about like every 3 days or whatever. Like interesting, Reece did actually play back to back in the same week. So
Yeah,
like, how many days was it? Like Tottenham?
Yeah, and I'm not blaming Maresca for this. I'm sorry. We have to rotate. I talked to Scott about this at Lewis's channel. We have so many games coming up in December. There are gonna be times when we're gonna have backlines like this.
Okay.
Because
I know about the CP.
I know what's gonna happen. I know Chalobah. No, because I'm telling you why Chalobah didn't play today. He's gonna start with Fofana again on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because he did well against Tottenham. That's what I think the partnership's gonna be. And you're not gonna have two 19-year-olds play a Champions League game as your two starting center backs.
I just think Tosin makes everyone around him worse.
I agree, but he has to play. Like he either plays.
Play
Acheampong. But yeah, no, you can't play two 19-year-olds
You mean
fucking
Acheampong?
for the Champions League.
Acheampong at least positions himself better. If Acheampong is in this situation, he probably stops this.
I 100% agree with you, and I would like to. Up until this game, I wanted to see them start together, but no manager in world football is starting two 19-year-olds.
Two 19-years at a Champions League
like,
game.
They're never doing that. Like as much as we might want it, no manager is doing that.
So how about this? How about this?
Barcelona.
Even though I understand a little bit of the repercussions of potentially doing this for a player's confidence, to an extent, I appreciate that he didn't take off Hato at halftime. I feel like Hato, this has to be a learning lesson for you, right? However, if we want to get the result, you take Hato off at halftime and you bring on Acheampong. At some point, guys, we're going to have to try the two 19-year-olds at center back. If the results don't change. If Tosin keeps putting on stinker after stinker after stinker.
We don't. At some point.
What did we say last season? That you keep doing the same things. At some point, what's the fucking saying? It's the definition of insanity is repeating the same things over and over again.
But then you're gonna break up the center back partnership that kind of looks good in Chalobah and Fofana. So why you're breaking that up? That's a good thing.
You can keep that. The one person that isn't in that center back pairing of Chalobah and Fofana is Acheampong.
So after this international break, how are you going to do this? So Burnley, we're going to start what? Burnley, because after Burnley is Barcelona and then Arsenal. So Burnley, who are going to be our center back? You would say.
Hopefully Fofana.
Okay, so you say Fofana and Chalobah. Okay, great. So then Barcelona would be what Josh and...
Let me look at the schedule.
It could be Acheampong.
No, I'm telling you, after Burnley is literally Barcelona and then...
we have Wolves up next, right?
No, I know, but I'm saying after the international break, I'm saying after that it's Burnley, and then it's Barcelona, and then it's Arsenal.
I would set myself up to have, if you want to stick with Fofana and Chalobah, I would set myself up to have them play back to back, Barcelona, Chelsea, and Arsenal, Chelsea.
Fofana's not playing back to back games.
So then you're gonna have two 19-year-olds play against Burnley.
No, but
at least also, rotate. You can have Chalobah play both. At least rotate the other one.
Yeah, Fofana's not playing both those games. First of all, he'll probably play the Arsenal game, I would assume.
Yeah,
I think Arsenal Burnley is probably what he's going to play.
Essentially. So that means maybe you play Acheampong centre back with Chalobah against Barca. Like, it's not great, but it's also not Tosin. But yeah, like this. Honestly, Marshall, I'm just kind of sick of talking about the centre backs and who can play where because they're all kind of arse, bro. Like outside of Acheampong, and
Fofana when he's out there,
and Fofana, which is the centre back partnership I would play going forward, but it's not going to be played. They're all just kind of arse. Like, and it's the same with the wingers, bro. Like at this point, I'm not
for left wing,
not even left wing, bro. I'm putting Neto in the conversation as well. They all fucking stink. Like they're all shit. So like it doesn't matter who plays. It doesn't matter whether it's Garnacho that plays, whether it's Gittins that plays, whether it's Neto that plays. They all suck. So at what point I don't care anymore who plays because I know they're just gonna all suck.
I kind
of agree. Like Gittins before today, you'd say was our second best winger in terms of form, and he put up the performance he did today. Garnacho came on, got his goal, and they did the square root of fuck all. Neto, I know is going to do nothing against Wolves at the weekend. Like, I'm past caring. Like I said, Delap came on. That's our only striker. Our only out-and-out striker we actually have in the club, because I don't really count Hugh, because he's 19 and barely plays.
And George is not a real.
And he did nothing.
No, but JC, you're saying he was rotating center backs. Fair enough. But the one person that was there most of the time last season was Colwell.
Lavia went off.
Because
Actually, no, he wasn't. By the way, the moment he started rotating centre backs, by the way, was after Fofana got injured, and he just kept rotating whoever.
Then we were shit. And then when we were in our good run is when he had Chalaba. It was Chalaba and Colwell, or at times we would put in Towson. But Colwell was still.
Colwell was the ever present in that back line. Yeah, unless he was suspended or injured, which he didn't really get injured last season. He was the ever present. It was just someone was rotated out with him, or he would be taken out. The only time he was taken out was for like Conference League games.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't, and I agree with you, JC. Though I would blame the forward line because the pressing was shit. And what I said again, I know Scott's heard this from earlier today. We think we are better than what we are, because these men show up for all the big games. All the big games we say, oh my God, the incredible pressing against PSG, the incredible pressing against Liverpool, the incredible pressing against Tottenham. I bet you they're going to do a madness in terms of pressing for Barcelona, because they literally tied Club Brugge. So if you want to make fun of us losing to drawing to Qarabag, they lost to a team who's 25th in the fucking Champions League right now in Club Brugge, by the way. So I bet they're going to press amazing there, and they're probably going to press amazing against Arsenal. But I don't know if they're going to press amazing against Burnley, because they think they're too good for this shit.
I think what you were alluding to there, mentality is a big part of it, which is also why I don't want to play Tosin anymore.
By the way, we had this issue last season, sorry to interrupt, because I remember we had conversations on this channel, and Ahmed brought up when we were playing Conference League, and we were losing to Legia Warsaw, and it was like, oh, it's fine because we won the first leg. And it's like, that's cool. You can afford to do that when you're winning the first leg comfortably and you happen to lose the second leg. That's cool. Or when you're playing like shit against Copenhagen, but you still win. That's cool. You can do that in the Conference League. You can't do that in the Champions League because you'll get embarrassed.
1 second. I'm gonna go on a tangent, because sometimes you guys in chat say the stupidest shit, and it actually like does me in. Maresca keeps rotating the whole squad since he arrived. He literally never settles on something. He has no idea what his best team is. With or without injuries, it's irrelevant.
That's false.
What does Pep do? Are you criticizing Pep like this? What does Arteta literally do? What does every fucking team in the Premier League, maybe barring Spurs, does when they play in the UCL?
It's kind of false, because he always plays Palm. He did always play for Fofana and Colwell when he was fit. He always played Cucurella. He'd always play like Reece James when he's fit, or Gusto. Like there was like certain players he's always gonna play. Like he's gonna rotate a couple of odd players, but Neto's always playing too. Neto's like where's the big rotation all the time? I know lately, we're doing a lot of centre back.
No, but the thing is, this is what annoys me, guys. This is what annoys me, because it's like
false.
I'll hear the argument if it's legitimate. With DHL, it's coming from a place I need to find anything to criticize Maresca right now while he's down, because I'm Maresca out. Even if it's irrational, which is this. So really cut the gimmick. Cut the gimmick. You say you're Maresca out, but don't lie either. Don't pretend like you don't understand how football works. Don't stoop yourself down to an IQ of a Minerals FC fan. Please, I beg. Anyways,
just piss me off.
One thing that I want to say in regards to Tosin, in regards to mentality, which Curry you just alluded to, right? Today for me, also, and I probably should have arrived at this maybe a few games ago, but today for me solidified and cemented that Tosin is the bottom of the pecking order. Not only because of his performance, but also because of his mentality. Someone who is as old as he is, as experienced in this league as he is, I would expect better mentality. When we started going 1-0 down, and he got done in by a mistake and he got saved, Sanchez goes to applaud him for clearing the ball. Doesn't even regard Sanchez. Just thinking about himself, thinking about how shit his performance has been. He was in his head the whole time. He's completely rattled. completely rattled by the scenario. And what sucks is when you have a center back that can't shake that off, it translates to the rest of the team. I'm not surprised having someone that's a liability like Tosin could also be negative aura around someone like Reece James, for example, who also, very rare occasion, Reece didn't have a good game either.
No, I get that with Tosin, but this motivation thing, like Scott's been saying since last season, and Ahmed's excuse for the conference league was, why wouldn't Kunku be motivated? It's the conference league. Remember, we used to call up players because they weren't being motivated enough in the conference league?
Yeah.
Now we're in this Champions League. Even though it's Qarabag, we're in the Champions League, and we're still not being motivated enough. Or Sunderland. Or insert team here that's mid-tier to bottom tier.
Mm-hmm.
And people saying we weren't taking this game seriously enough. Brother, he's literally started the starting goalkeeper, the 2 fallbacks. Then we thought LAVIA was healthy. He got injured. Santos should have been good enough. We put João Pedro on the 10, who, since Palmer's been injured, is the starting thing. I can get you with Tyreek George, but he started our best winger in Esteval right now. And our left wing's a toss-up anyways.
Mm-hmm. This is...
And it's Qarabag. We should be doing better with these players.
Mm-hmm.
This should be good enough to beat them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're totally right.
Lavia got injured early enough that we brought in Caicedo, and then at halftime we literally had a starting lineup because we brought in Delap.
He looked good again.
And Garnacho. So we basically had our entire starting lineup in the second half.
Like, how we understand this? Like in the champ, because we haven't been in the Champions League since this new format, right? Is it like top 8 and you like automatically qualify?
Top 8 automatically.
Top 8 is automatically.
And then are we in playoffs if we're not in top 8?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be the 9th to 16th team goes into a playoff. There'll be 2 extra games we have to play in February.
This is interesting. I'm not seeing this. No. I just wonder if we'll get outside top 8. I think it's possible to get top 8, but like it's not gonna be easy. I don't think.
Today, with a victory here, we would have been in top 8, Chris.
Yeah, that would have definitely helped. But I have no fault with the midfield or attack today. It's just the centre back issue.
Oh no, I have fault with the attack.
Well, okay, you could say Gittins. I mean, George didn't do a whole lot, and I don't really blame him. I thought when
but this is the thing, though.
He looked decent. Like I thought João Pedro looked good today.
But this is the thing.
And the 10,
I'm not letting Maresca get away with this one. I think he has to hold blame for some of the stuff that happened today. This insistent on playing Tariq George as a striker instead of Mark Gu, who you have on your bench, who you didn't play last game.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I don't understand.
I don't get why you not play Action Pong either. Like you're not using Premier League that much. Like you could play Action Pong into the Hato Navy, or he's not gonna play 2 19-year-olds. So.
I don't blame him for playing Hato. Hato should have been good enough to play this game, but now it goes to show he's.
Kukurea and gave Kukurea rest.
Could have. I don't know. We haven't really seen him play left back outside of his debut. I think where he inverted. Yeah. Actually, he played left back last game.
No, he was left center back.
No, he has played left back. I know for sure against.
He's only played left back once. He's only played left back
once. I know for sure. Like
mostly
it was
coming
West
in
Ham.
as left center back. Yeah. Also, people saying we're gonna get duppied by. You could say Arsenal, sure. Barcelona, brother, they lost to a team. They drew with a team.
I still be a little bit
worse than Qarabag in the Champions League. What are you talking about?
Their but we're not gonna like. It's not gonna be like a walk in the park. Is it still for us?
Yeah, defense is as shit as ours. They're not gonna walk. Yeah, it's not gonna be walk in a park for them. They literally do 2, 3, 3. When people were making fun of me when they were losing and then drawing, they were then losing for a while and then drew against a Club Brugge team that's 25th in that and Qarabag's 8th.
I mean, they beat PSG, didn't they? I mean, then again, PSG have been a bit on the down with the injuries and.
They beat Newcastle, but dude, they're very susceptible because their defense is shit. They're very.
I still like. It's gonna be a hard game. I'm still gonna put it as a hard
game. I'm just saying it's not a walk in the park for Barcelona. That's all I'm saying. When
no,
people saying they're losing for sure. Like I'm not.
Hopefully
I'm sorry, but I can get that with Arsenal, but Barcelona, their defense is shit. Like, let's be honest. Delap needs to decide what he wants to do because. You could say fitness, sure, but when you have one-on-one chances and these clear-cut chances, you're a striker, put him in the back of the net. Because when his first move, I was happy with, where he held up the ball and passed to Enzo, and Enzo shot it, and the goalie made a save. But after that, like, brother, you had chances.
But that's the thing that annoys me is you notice that when the lap came on, Qarabag like took the foot off the gas because they were going.
I think they were going to take the foot off the gas regardless in the second half because they're 2-1 up, and they know they're not going to keep bombing up to a team that can counterattack them at any moment. That's suicide for them. They're gonna, like any team, any mid-table team, even in the Prem, if they're up 2-1, they're going to solidify their defense.
They were still attacking us a lot in that first few minutes of the second half. I think once they noticed the lap is back there to stretch the defense and occupy the center backs, they laid off being so offensive. And that's why we had a chance to hit them on the counterattack where Garnacho scored. And then they immediately were like, okay, shit, we need to reorganize here. And they did with the subs, and they still had some chances. I think the second half we were a little better, but regardless, damage was already done by then.
Also,
I think
talk about. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Just before we move on to another thing, because I think what frustrates me the most is you notice that when the lap is on the pitch and when they're not committing so many bodies forward because they have to, oh shit, this guy's like an actual striker, he could score. It just makes me go, why didn't you start with you, who could have done the same fucking thing with you from the get-go? Because I'm sorry, I get the decision to play George because, okay, he can score you goals. But a team like this that you probably know going into this is going to hit you on the counterattack. I'm sorry, George isn't doing the same things that the Lapping Guiu can do as a striker. And I'm not trying to knock João Pedro. João Pedro doesn't like to occupy those spaces, really. He likes to come in further, pick up the ball, drive, play. Like,
but even Delap's not good at.
He was so mid-turn, by the way.
I think he was okay at the 10. He made decent passes, but nothing special. But Delap, there was a cross I think Enzo or someone had put.
I think it was the ball that João Pedro put through for him. Oh, that was offside.
No. I'm talking about the cross, and Delap was still the man behind, and other midfielders were making the run in the box, and Delap was still at the edge of the box. I'm like, what are you doing? You're the striker. Because even Chris was like, why isn't our striker there? Why isn't Delap there? Do you remember this, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, when Enzo crossed the ball, you're on about.
Yeah, and then we're like,
and
it was a good cross, and we're like, why isn't our striker there? Why isn't our striker there?
No one's there, like, or the striker especially, like, just.
No one ever wants to go for the far post fucking cross.
Like,
no, that was a great cross.
No, the only person who wants to come for the far post is a person on the right, and he was on the same side as Renzo. That's the thing. The 18-year-old is the 18-year-old's basically our Palmer replacement in terms of our attacking hope. He's the one who creates. He's the one who causes havoc. He's the one who scores goals. That's what's happening.
Which is why, like, I put down here in my notes, because I don't know how you guys feel about Gittins' performance. I think it was, I saw something, but nothing. It produced nothing.
I thought it was a nothing performance. That's what I thought.
So shit.
You can see there's a level of, like, he's got the ability, like we've seen it before, the ability to beat guys 1v1. He wasn't always successful today, but that was about all it was. Like,
this is what I had in my notes, Scott.
Crosses was kind of dead. The shooting sucked.
In the beginning, this is what I wrote. Like the beginning of the first half, Gittin needs to play low blocks, great in tight spaces. And I don't think I'm inaccurate in saying that. I think he was good in tight spaces. He can get into these. Like, there was a one move where he had two players on him, and he gets in between and gets fouled.
When he went for the shot. Oh, when he got fouled. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, stuff like that. Where like you can find yourself in small spaces, but the shooting wasn't there. You could tell why he was taken off. What happens? Garnacho comes on. Garnacho starts to shoot. Now, can this guy shoot well all the time? No.
No, Marshall, can you really name like a good start for Garnacho though? Like a great start, like.
Honestly, I think his best start is Liverpool. That's it.
Yeah.
Did he score that game? I don't think he even scored.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't create.
It's how legit, I mean.
But
just
he
pause,
is
bro,
better
bro.
just coming off the bench for me. He's a bench player where you come off, because every time he comes off the bench, he's a lot better. Whenever he starts, he doesn't really do a whole lot on the field. He just runs, and that's it.
Gittins has been having this issue, which I hate. It was last game 2 against Tottenham, and he did it again. He pushes the ball two ahead of him. He did that again today, where he fucking made a foul in the opposition's box because he was trying to dribble past them. And what does he do? He pushes the ball too much, and then he's trying to catch up to the ball like a fucking idiot.
I think I remember that.
So I kind of disagree with your point in tight spaces, because even when he's trying to do that, he's been pushing the ball too far. And then he makes the stupidest decision where he gets into the box, and you're like, okay, you're right-footed, cut in and get the far post. And what does he do? He shifts the ball to the left and hits the side netting, the corner of the left side of the side netting. I'm like, you idiots.
Yeah, but you saw he was trying to roof it, and he just didn't come
We
off
got
right.
such a big problem on that left side.
Why roof it with your weak foot all the time? Why do you have to go near post all the time? You have the far post on your favorite foot. Use that.
I don't think he had the far post. I think he was blocked. I know which one you're talking about, because I was thinking like if he actually.
He should have,
wasn't
because me and
that
Chris were
blocked.
both saying he should have gone. And this is why it's weird, because it's like Garnacho's giving me the GNA.
Is he?
Like the weirdest thing is when Garnacho's trying to take
when he's off the bench,
when Garnacho's taking regular shots, they're the shittiest shots on planet Earth. But when he's trying to take some difficult ass shots, they're going in. He's literally, the goal he scored was like a low driven with his weak foot. Yeah. So the Garnacho goal was like a low driven with his weak foot after he gets the bounce back. The shot in the 92nd minute was like a scissor kick that was on target.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's insane. But regular shots, he's ass. I don't understand this. I'm so confused.
I still think he had a solid impact when he
This is the
came
player
on.
you're
I just
talking
think
about.
he's better off
Yeah,
off the bench. That's
Mind you,
Garnacho, I mean, I agree with you. I just think he's a good impact sub. That's how I
Look
view
at
him
that
as.
space.
okay, hold on. Mind you, the camera angle I've noticed is very deceiving,
Oh
because
yeah.
it makes it look like there's a lot of tight space, or there's a lot of space to go direct, and I notice like a lot of players don't, and I'm like, you know what, this camera angle's pretty
the players
low.
obviously move back fast to trap back and whatever. Like he still has space.
Still has so much space. Look at this. Look at this.
No, but you would think he
No,
has space
I
to
get what you
get
mean.
directly in front of the goalkeeper.
I do
Let's
get
see
what
this,
you mean.
let's see this,
It's
let's see
coming
this.
to him now, and the players are running back to it. Yes, but he does
Okay.
have space.
So
not like
watch.
he
He's
doesn't
gonna
have
beat a
space.
man, and then he's gonna have the far post open for him.
Wait, when was this? When he like hit the side net?
Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, Chris.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
where João
okay.
Pedro gave the ball. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I can't just hold this button down and it plays in slow mode. It's really annoying.
I know,
Yeah, it's
I
like
get
you're like
I get I
buffering a
know,
lot.
copyright rules and stuff. I get you.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
So like he never goes.
no, he's got the space.
He never really has a clear
Bad
opening
shot.
for the far post.
No, I think the
Unless
first
he
touch
takes
is
his
he just
shot.
did it for a post.
He could take the shot. It maybe goes in. I don't
Or he
blame
could
him for
cross it
going for
across
the
the
near.
goal.
I just get it on target. Like Garnacho can get it on target with a scorpion kick. You can't get it on target with just a regular
You
ball
don't
on the
even have
ground.
to shoot all the time. You
So
can
weird,
send
bro.
it into the 6-yard box. Like there is
Look
a
at
player
that.
running to the
Look.
6
Oh
yard.
my.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
Chris,
saying-
where's
I'm
the
not saying
space to
it's
send it
easy
into the
done set.
6-yard box, bro?
But you never know what happens to these. Like you hit it in, it goes between the players'
No,
legs.
there's
who knows?
space.
Yeah,
There's
but-
we've
space.
seen
There's right there. Right
we've
there.
seen
Right there.
these
There's
players
space,
like,
but-
in
If
the
you,
past.
no,
You got
George,
3
George,
bodies in
if
front
if
of you.
No. If you put the ball where
I'm
Tyreek
not
George
hating,
is,
like,
that's the
he
shot
didn't
right
do
there.
that.
If you look at Tyreek George, who's right behind Esteval, I think.
He kind of looks like he's offside. Oh, wait. Tariq George.
I don't
Where-
expect.
No, middle.
Oh, he's over
Look
here.
in the middle of the box. Right, this
I
guy.
mean,
Yeah,
that-
right
Yeah,
there.
but guys, look at what you're
No,
asking him
I
to
get
do.
it. I get it. Like it's not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying like that's an obvious.
The
choice,
ball's
by the
not
way.
invisible.
I'm not saying it. But like, at least hit the target if you're going for a shot. At least put. the
Everything
keeper
this
on,
is
like,
X-Men. The ball is
like-
just Jean Grey. It's just gonna go
We,
through
we saw how the
walls.
first
and
goal
shit.
went in, by the way. By the way, we saw how the first goal went in. Near post. Keeper
Mhm.
Yeah.
kind of bad for that, I can't lie. Like, you do it again, who knows? I'm not saying
Yes
it's, like,
and
awful
no.
keeping, but if that's Sanchez, right, we know what we're saying. We know what
If
we're
that's
saying about
Sanchez, I'd kind of defend
Sanchez.
it.
Or
I'm not gonna
Jurgensen,
lie.
even. So even Jurgensen, like, we're saying a typical Jurgensen.
I get you, but people saying, so why did Sancho leave? You're talking about the guy who's also allergic to shooting. That
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho who's
Yeah,
also
of
allergic
Yeah,
course,
to
yeah.
this
shooting.
was a
Sancho
Jadon
was-
Sancho-esque performance from
One-
Gittins.
That is a Jadon. Yeah, it is very much. I'll be
Mhm.
honest with you.
And that was the because I don't know about you guys. I didn't have too much of a problem with Gittins' performance outside of the fact that he wasn't shooting. I was actually kind of surprised he came off at halftime for Garnacho.
No, I could see why, because he was losing the ball when he was pushing.
Was he?
Yeah, I could see why.
He wasn't good. He was nothing performance, man.
Yeah.
What did he come? He came off straight away. Right?
That's
halftime.
Yeah.
Came off at halftime.
Do you know what? Like, I wanted to say this earlier with like, when we were talking about like kind of perception and whatnot and what we think about this. And I think you, Marshall or CP, said that this team is not as good as people think. I think that some of these players are exactly what we thought they were when they got here, or they're the exact players they were before we bought them, if that makes sense. Like, I look at some of them today and it's like, we talk about tossing. This is the same player at Fulham. It was just he was doing it at Fulham, so no one gave a shit. He had a bozo moment, and this is what he was. Last season was an anomaly. I look at João Pedro today, and it's like he was okay, but still takes way too many touches. Doesn't want to shoot, like, at all, which he didn't want to do at Brighton. His amount of shots he actually takes is so low. Same again today. He does not want to shoot for some reason. I look at like the lap, what he's done since he's come, and it's not really any different to what he was doing at Ipswich. Garnacho still Garnacho. Gittins is still like, all of these players are just what they were when we bought them. And I think we as a fan base have tried to turn them into something they're not, or think they can do more than they can. And they're just where they're at. And that's just how it is. Like, because you see the ones on, like, because it works the other way around as well, in terms of, you look at Esteval today, and he's exactly what everyone thought he was when he joined, in terms of the opposite side, in terms of the quality. Because you could see it in the Club World Cup immediately. And despite playing for a new team in a different league in a different country, he's transferred those skills across immediately. There's no, like, bedding in period in terms of transferring his transferable skills. Obviously, he needs to learn about the physicality a little bit, which, like, you see in the West Ham game for the goal we concede. But in terms of the actual quality, he's transferred his skills across immediately because he's talented enough. It was the same with Palmer. Palmer was showing little bits and pieces for City before we bought him. Now, obviously, I don't think anyone expected to hit the heights in terms of numbers he did. Mm-hmm. But you saw enough quality that was transferable. It's the same with Lavia when he plays. It's the same quality he was showing at Southampton. He's just showing it on a bigger stage when he's fit. Same with Caicedo. Like, the guys that are performing, that we buy, are performing the same way they were before we bought them. And the ones that not, or that aren't, they're actually still performing the same way before we bought them. We should just never have bought them in the first place because they weren't good enough. And you're seeing that now.
And that's kind of the problem I have with what Julian is saying here, for example. Also, you addressed me by name, so I kind of have to address it. I don't mind, let's say, Ndai. You bring him in. I don't mind the option you're proposing out there. That's fine. The problem isn't the Quendas of the transfers. The problem isn't the blocking the pathways of Quenda or Paez and all that. That's not the problem. The problem is when you bring in, for surmountable amount of money, the Garnachos, the Gittins, I'll even throw him in there because he wasn't that great either today. Buenanote on a loan. Like, when you bring in these subpar players and expect them to perform well enough to help us in this team. I think Quenda comes into this team, he does more than Garnacho and currently Gittins. And I say currently Gittins because I think Gittins has potential to do well. He just needs to keep improving. Garnacho, I don't have so much hope for. He's a moments player. I don't like moments players. Cool, you got me a goal. You didn't do anything else outside of that moment.
What's his face? Quenda comes into this team immediately, the second best winger in this team. Immediately, before playing a minute. because you immediately see
They
that
won't
he's got a
help
level
me.
of quality with how he plays, and he's got skills that are transferable into this team immediately. He is outside of Gittins, but I never really rated him that highly in terms of his ability. Has those transferable skills into this team, and you see with Gittins, it's literally exactly that. He's got the skills in terms of like the profile. He's got the directness to transfer into this team, but the quality is what lets him down because the decision making lets him down.
Yeah, or even the
Same way it did at
consistency
Dortmund.
even at that. Yeah,
Literally the same as it did at Dortmund. But
that's the thing too.
this is what we get for buying these players and for putting our faith in some of these players.
And listen,
And I think
Scott, you know how I am. I'm. You know, you guys on the panel know I didn't want Garnacho, but you know how I am. I'm willing to allow myself to be proven wrong by these directors, and I'm willing to bite my tongue and see if I am proven wrong. Again, he's just a moments player. Maybe he did this last time. He got you a goal, and then he didn't do anything for the rest of the game. He's so frustrating. He's a pussy when it comes to 50-50s. You see him always pull away. Always pull away. He has that hesitancy. He holds on to the ball for too long. Sometimes he allows himself to be bullied off the ball and then wants a foul identical to Neto on the other side, funnily enough. And it's just like, brother, you need to do better than this. You need to do better than this. It's just not good enough. And that shot, don't even get me started on that shot, bro. Oh my days, dog. Killed the poor volunteer that came just to give you the ball all game today. Shot on target, shot on that target, wrong target, bro. It was just bad. But again, there's a whole season. They can prove me wrong, but I'm just not convinced right now. I'm not convinced with Garnacho. Gittins from time to time looks decent, but again, inconsistent. What do we think about Andrew Santos' performance? Because I feel like he got the short end of the stick today. I don't think he deserved to get hooked.
I agree.
When I came back from getting lunch and saw he wasn't in the lineup, I was really, really confused. Yeah, I was very confused by that one.
I agree. I think what makes it worse is the person who replaced him. But yeah, I thought Santos was very good. I thought he gets the assist. Like, it's one of those kind of weird assists of like he doesn't really do much, just passes it to a player who does the most with it. But yeah, I thought he was pretty decent in terms of getting up and down the pitch. Had a couple of moments where he did lose the ball, but like I think most of the team did that today. Just was the way that Qarabag were pressing us and getting us.
I think he was brilliant in the attack.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I thought he was always trying to find something, even if it didn't always come off. I thought it looked like he was attempting stuff.
He was getting into spaces in the box, like he was getting in dangerous positions. He just didn't have good opportunities to shoot, and of course, those opportunities are going to come slim when they're setting up in a low block. It's just unfortunate. I don't know why he got taken off. And listen,
and
go ahead, Scott.
I'll say, like I said, that decision was made all the worse by the atrocities to my eyes I saw afterwards from the person who replaced him.
So let's talk on Enzo, because Enzo has these kinds of games that leave me confused and how to feel. Like, should I be mad? Should I be like understanding? Because what I liked about Enzo when he came on is he was just full on attack mode. Like, fuck everything else. When you get the ball, just push it forward and drive the attack, which I think he did, right? He drove a lot of those attacks. But when he's outside of the box today, you see the effort, and unfortunately, no one's there to finish it off. it goes on the books as an incompleted pass, and he has a few of those today, where he just doesn't pass it to anyone. It's almost like he never looked up. He just assumed, oh, Cucurella's going to be in that far post. Cuckoo's not there. Cuckoo's not there. You picked up your head, you realize he's not there, you cross it to no one, dude. Moments where the ball gets stuck in his foot and ruins an attack, especially towards stoppage time. I think there was one of those plays where I'm like, you just broke down the play. What the fuck? And then, I mean, he takes a shot, the lap gets in his way. It's a little bit of a circus show. It's a little bit of a circus show. I just don't know how to feel about it. Like, I'm frustrated that he didn't impact the game in Aforba GNA, but at the same time, I saw what he was trying to do, but it never came off. So if that's the case, I should probably say he wasn't good, right? Judging based off of that. I don't know. What did you guys think of Enzo?
That was one of the worst cameos I've ever seen. That's up there with Ziyech's cameo against Zagreb.
We're not going to make any attacking moves, Julian. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah, we're not. I don't
need to stop
remember the last. I don't remember the last time. Maybe it's just because it's like I'm having short-term memory loss. I don't remember a player of that high a profile / price coming on in a game and having such a negative effect on a game for us. Like, every pass he made didn't hit the person it was meant to, outside of one, I think. I think he made one successful pass. Every cross sucked. His shooting is abysmal. The just lack of being able to cover ground in terms of defensively is just is what it is. And yeah, I think going back to what I said about perception, I think with Enzo, and I know some people have, but I think it's at this point, it's like he's not anywhere close to the player that like some of us thought he was. Like, he's not on the same level as a Rice or a Caicedo. He's not on the same level as a Rodri or these guys. Like, he's not a £100 million player. He's like a £65 million player at this point, because he's too inconsistent and he doesn't affect the game in anywhere near enough like ways that you see other players do in similar positions, like a Wharton, like a Rice. Even if they're not scoring or assisting, they're still affecting the games in positive ways. Caicedo as well. Yeah, like I liken him to like a Reinders type of player, where like they're a good player, don't get me wrong, but that's kind of where it starts and finishes. And yeah, I think that's kind of where he is. So like these games are going to be expected of those type of players, you know? Maybe not this bad, but he's not going to be that incredible world-class player we expected. I just don't think he's that anymore. We've seen 3 years of, what is this? Is this year 4 or year 3? This is year 4. We're into year 4 of this guy, and it's quite clear he's never going to be.
This is
I don't know. I don't want to.
Don't do it then.
He's never going to be put in the position, at least
2 years ago,
or where we thought he was best in terms of deeper on the pitch. I think that ship has sailed. So this is another thing as well. Like, this is the second season in a row where he has spent the first 3 months being shit. And this time he doesn't have his, like, well, unless he's going to break up with his partner again. But yeah, like, I think the playing deeper is that ship has sailed. So he's now this like kind of attacking number 8 player. And if that's what he's going to be for us now, I think his ceiling is so limited, unless he's going to put up the numbers he did last season, which he might do, and that's cool. I just expected more from him. Like, I expected him to be that. Didn't expect him to be as good as Cruz, but I expected him to be that same profile player.
Yeah.
But he's not
it's
going
totally
to be.
justifiable.
He's not going to be because he's not played in the same way. And I'm being completely honest. If Real Madrid was to come in with an offer of like 80 million in the summer, I'm accepting it.
I
Because
don't think I'd be opposed.
the fact is, we looked at Fermin Lopez in the summer for 40 million. Didn't get accepted. We looked at Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez can do the same job Enzo does. In terms of, he's not the most creative player, but in terms of GNA, he scored tonight
That 10.
and got an assist, I think, but definitely scored. He can do that job. Like, this is why I'm annoyed with the Enzo thing, is because I thought that he could be so much more, and this like box crashing number 8 is such a limiting like way of playing, and I just like it's not something that I don't think it requires the most skill. I mean, I don't particularly rate Bruno Fernandes. He managed to do it at a higher level, obviously at penalties, but he managed to do it at a higher level in terms of getting the goals and assists. Yeah, I just can't with this guy anymore.
Here's what I propose. It's not going to happen. I'm just putting a caveat there. It's not going to happen. But the way I see this team, if I want to look for internal solutions, stop playing Enzo in the 10, attacking 8, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He was primarily in that right 10 position, maybe shifting over to left 10 from time to time. In my opinion, if you want to get the best out of Enzo, and this works as long as you have a striker, like Liam Delap today, right? I would put him in a double pivot with Caicedo. Have him be the ball playing 6 or whatever, right? Because the one thing I noticed is that in the beginning of the second half, first 15, 20 minutes of that second half, Liam Delap was finding runs. And we were sending the ball long, resent it long once, and so on and so forth. So when Liam Delap is on the pitch, making those runs in behind and causing problems for the defense, our long passing players seem to be able to find him. And there was a few moments where that long ball was there because Delap was stretching the pitch, Esteval from time to time stretching the pitch, getting in behind the defender. So Enzo, we know, has that ability to ping a pass from distance. Allow him to have that attribute and play Andre Santos in the same position that you wanted to play Enzo. Because in that position, in my opinion, Santos' positioning in the box today was good. I think at all times he was always in a good position to score if he got the ball. He can score. He can shoot outside the box. He's got a shot in him, and he's got an eye for goal. And 3, defensively, I think he's more sound than Enzo. And I think even today, he dispossessed the opponent high up the pitch. He can do that stuff that from time to time you see Moises Caicedo do. You have him do that role. And there's your midfield 3. Or at least until Palmer gets back and he can play that 10 position. But until then, like, I'm not every time Enzo has played in this attacking 10 position, I've never been convinced by the performance of Enzo, but he'll get his GNA. And then it kind of masks the fact that he wasn't really that great in that position, sometimes absent. Today, he was spearheading the attack, trying to create stuff, not succeeding. And it was frustrating to watch. I just think he's got great passing ability. And he can run. He's got a good engine. Just full 90 as a playmaking 8 or whatever. Just have him do the long pass, the good pass, to create the creativity. I think this 10 position has him more worried about keeping possession and being physical and keeping the whole, the U going versus just boom, pinging a pass, finding that little crack in between the center backs, finding the runner. And we know Enzo has an eye for it. So whenever I see, like, even if Garnacho's running in behind and no one's finding him, if Neto's going behind, no one's finding him, I just feel like that's a job better suited for someone like Enzo. That's just my 2 cents on the situation. I don't know if you guys agree with that positioning idea. Because I do like what I've seen of Santos so far in that position. And he's been looking better and better with every game.
I do like that idea. I just don't think it's. I think, like I said, I think that ship sailed. That
I don't
idea.
I don't think Maresca's going to do it.
Wait, Maresca do what?
Welcome back, Chris.
No,
no, you're away.
Yeah.
I was saying that
Santos. I heard a bit of it.
play Santos in a position you played Enzo today, and then play Enzo in like a double pivot with Moises. Have him be the ball playing
You mean like the
6 or 8.
Are you saying with midfield 3?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm fine with that too because like
That's what he did today. He had James and Caicedo in the midfield.
We've done in the Club World Cup 2 with Enzo in the 10, and we had. I want to say, we had Gusto in the midfield with Caicedo in the Club World Cup final. We've done it a few times anyway. And yeah, I agree because like we don't really have like the firepower. I don't think like we don't have enough good attackers in a sense when Palmer's out. But when Palmer's back, it's gonna be different because he's gonna be back in that 10 role, and we're gonna see like Esteval, Neto, and whoever you want to pick out, the dumber and dumber, the wingers that they're gonna play as well. But yeah, like. I do agree, like, since we got no Cole... is he out to December, I think, right?
Who?
Cole.
Cole should be back by international break.
After international?
Yeah, we've said this multiple times.
Maybe only do it, like, for a short period then. Only Enzo and all that. Because once Cole Palmer's back and fit and, like, ready to play, you go revert back to just the 2 midfielders behind Cole Palmer because he's going to be at 10. Unless you play Palmer on the right, what I prefer, and... then again, where'd you play Esteval? I'm not saying play Esteval every game because, you know, it's a bit too much playing an 18-year-old every game and relying on him. What Scott did say earlier. But, yeah, I mean, Santos should be playing, like, enough minutes this season, hopefully, because he is a good player and he's done a lot of good things. Like, he's got an eye for a shot, like, his passing's good. He does position himself better in Enzo in that deep line midfield area, anyway. So, yeah, we'll see, anyway.
I mean, I hope he does something because I think today, one thing I liked, and again, I don't know why he got hooked. One thing I liked about today is that it seems like Santos and Esteval have really good link up. Really good link up. The both of them looked really dangerous in a few plays on the beginning of the game where they looked like they were getting into scoring positions. I mean, Santos is the one that assisted.
He got hooked at halftime, didn't he?
Yeah.
Santos.
Do you agree with that?
No, I think he should get more minutes and half because I agree with like George and Gittins.
George should have been taken off for sure.
I'm not blaming George, but like George at strike just not gonna do it. I'll be honest. Like Delap is, we saw a difference between him and Delap. I'm not saying Delap was great or anything like that, but like the movement from strike and all that, like he was getting to those places. With George, I didn't even notice him really. He did a couple passes here and there, link up, but like he's not gonna do the movement what Delap would do. But yeah, I agree. Like, I think it's a bit of an early sub for Santos because he was having a good game. I thought good half, decent half anyway.
Speaking on having a good half, I do want to take one general positive out of this, which is the same positive we take every time he plays. Esteval.
Oh, Esteval.
Hey man, my ball.
Esteval. Go ahead, CP. I'll let you talk on him.
Yeah, man. Great. He's just, I don't know. He knows when to he makes the right choices 9 out of 10 times, which is amazing for an 18-year-old. I'm kind of gonna disagree with Scott about let's not playing every game. Let's fucking play him every game. I'm sorry. I'm seeing Yamal. I've seen Vinny when he was breaking through. And Vinny was more of a circumstance because Hazard got fat. But Vinny then had to play every game, right? He did at that point. He was shit in the beginning, but, Saka, same thing. Sure, he's gotten an injury last season, but he's still performing, and he's 25 now, and he started when he was like 17 from left back. most of the young best players in the world right now are young, right? Desiree Douay had a breakout season. He's 20, right? So on and so forth. So we have a talent like that. Let's run it, because that's all we can do right now. He is literally our best winger. Like at first I was disagree. Like I would agree with Scott, but looking at what world football is right now, most of the best players in the world are young in the attack.
Arda Güler.
Do you mean like what, playing like
Yamal.
every game, like Premier League, Champions League, and
Dean
You
Huijsen.
run it, yeah, and then sub them. So I'm saying don't play him
I
full
think
90s.
like
I'm
I
saying
don't know,
I'm saying
80% and like 90% like of the season you could probably like 80%.
yeah, no, I'm saying if it's a shit team and we're thrashing a team, sub them off at the 60th. If you know it's not like that, maybe sub them off at the 75th minute and you bring on Neto, right? He's still a pace demon, right? Even if we're trying to hold on to a lead, for example, let's say it's 2-1, and you want a defensive winger, right? Take off Esteval at maybe the 80th if you want, right? And then bring on Neto for the 10 and the extra, right? Because you know at least Neto's an out ball. He's good defensively, so at least he can help you with that, right? So yeah, he had some great tricks and skills too in the second half too. So yeah, nothing more to say. He's just balling.
He's the only player I feel like who can actually create something out of nothing in our team. Like that's the beauty of like watching Esteval. Like
Yeah.
I didn't watch him before, but I've always listened to like CP like in Discord or whatever, like how good he is, and even other people as well. I've heard of, like good things of him, but like always want to see what he can do in the Chelsea, and he's already hit it like straight away, and that's great to see.
Is this a hot take?
Maybe if you're saying it.
What's the hot take?
Outside of Esteval,
Yeah.
I would sacrifice all of our wingers just to have Florian Maluda in this team.
Wait, what do you mean sacrifice? Put them on like
Yeah,
a table
100%,
and cut
Marshall.
their throat?
Marshall.
Wait,
Marshall, I'd
Yeah,
sacrifice
Archie.
all our
That
winners.
doesn't make
I would sacrifice all my wingers for Kalu.
Yeah,
And you know how
facts.
frustrating he was.
Except
that time.
Esteval. Esteval's the only one I keep.
Yeah, besides Esteval, yeah, I would sack all of them. All of them. Fuck yes.
I don't mind.
Yeah, get rid of all of
Neto's
them.
just inconsistent, and that's his problem.
But who's better, Pedro Neto or Florian Maluda?
Maluda
Oh,
all
Maluda.
day,
I'm not even gonna
every
question that.
day of the
Yeah.
week.
I think I'd sacrifice all of them, barring Esteval for Maluda.
I agree.
That's how.
just-
But
I think-
Maluda was like
I don't hate
at
Neto like that
Chelsea's
heavy,
bet.
but I
Maluda
think
was a bench
Neto-
player.
I do
Yeah,
think
I know,
Neto's like
exactly.
okay, and he
That's
should be
how-
probably
that's
a
how
bench
good-
player for us. But
That's how good our tackles. We also had like Anelka at the
Yeah.
like a second
I liked
striker.
it. I liked
Anelka's
Anelka
being
a lot
greedy
too.
with those
I
players
loved
and
Anelka,
sacrificing
actually.
CP. Sorry.
I,
Huh?
What? Okay, in order for Chris to understand, imagine
know
I'm
what
building
you
an SBC and I have Chelsea players
Wait,
take
what?
all the wings
Wait, what
except
you-
Esteval to get Florian Maluda. That's what I
what-
mean.
I love it.
I didn't even hear what you said first. Like you just.
I just trying to get an SBC Maluda, so I'm getting rid of all Chelsea
Flashback
wingers
Maluda,
except
I'm
yeah.
probably
Esteval.
giving a
Esteval.
lot of
Maluda,
defenders from
bro,
that
he-
too. Then
He's sacrificing.
they can go too.
Yeah,
No, but I
it's
think we had
not
we
good.
had this conversation last stream. I would sacrifice
Reese and
Palmer.
Cuckoo for
Exactly. For
Yeah.
that
Hey,
defense, bro, and that goalkeeper, brother. I would.
I don't know if I'd
About-
take Willian.
No, see, I
Sacrifice
like
all
Willian.
them for
I like
Willian?
Willian. I don't care. I know.
Or no,
people
I
hate him,
would.
but,
I
like,
would. I would.
Yeah.
Willian's better than
Because-
most of the wingers we
because-
got. He's like to me, like he's a better Neto still slightly, but I don't know. I
Exactly.
don't mind
He's-
Neto either.
He's better at set pieces.
Oof.
Yeah,
Remember
he is
how
good
he
at
Oh,
scored
fair.
except for,
like 5
That's
except for
fair.
corners.
That's
I don't
fair,
think
yeah.
his corners are the
Yeah,
greatest.
he's just a better Neto to me. He's a more technical, better set piece.
Oh, can we
His ability on the
also
ball is
talk on that? That's another thing. Enzo on the corners, man. Like I don't.
Oh, it sucks. Like,
We
this
know that,
near
we know
post
that.
gimmick is starting to really get on my nerves.
I feel like it's on purpose though. Like him just always in front post for a
I
reason.
feel like they always try to hit the near post, flick it up, but it doesn't always work.
Or
Yeah.
just
What happened to just? First of all,
fashion, just
wait.
like in the
Football's
middle.
I need to. We need to dissect this, guys. Hold on. There was a point. I think it was last season, or maybe the end of last season, where on corners we were looking dangerous, and a large part of it had to do with Chalaba, Tosin, Colwell, getting some goals in there. This season, and especially this game, I don't think they were even in the box.
Yeah, I would have said this season because
Why?
we did. Because remember the beginning of the season, we did score quite a bit of set pieces.
I think
and
we
were
scored 2 or 3 or something like that.
I think it was like 3 or 4, but we were the highest second highest, obviously besides Arsenal on set piece goals.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just don't get what happened to a normal corner, which even Reese today, like his corners weren't great, but like you guys have the ability to pass it into the box. Just ping a corner into the box.
Yeah,
If the
but
keeper
we
gets it, he
also
gets it.
realize like players have regressed. Like in terms of Tosin decided to go from bang average to dog shite.
Yeah, for real.
Man 6'6", but has the heading ability of Lionel Messi at 5'4". Like I don't understand how that's possible. Chalaba has, it's weird. He can't defend headers, but he scored a few headers this season. So
Yeah.
I guess that Fofana's decent in the air, but barely scores any. He's good at defending them.
Mhm.
I don't know. Just don't. I think you need a certain mindset with defenders who are great at scoring headers, like Terry and Gabriel. Like you're seeing them literally being like, I'll sacrifice my body to fly through the air and run through a brick wall to win this fucking aerial battle and be precise.
That's why
because no
I
one's
disagree with this comment. I'm not looking at a midfielder. I'm not looking at attack. The first thing I'm looking at right now.
Bruno, I would take if you want a more mobile Enzo Fernandez situation, you take Tonali. That's who you buy. If you want anyone from Newcastle, that's who you fucking buy.
Even then, Tonali. I don't know. Tonali's good, but does he have the passing ability that Enzo does?
Yes, he does.
No.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Trust me, he does. Trust me, he does. He definitely does.
All right.
And he's more mobile, and he's better defensively, and he still goes into does box crashing amazingly.
What I will say is, I'm not looking at our midfield. I'm not looking to bring in anyone. Give me a center back. Give me a damn center back. Because at the end of the day, when all is said and done, we should be winning this game 2-0.
You know
We
what?
shouldn't have been conceding those goals.
You know what I feel like? I think everyone will get this. If you watch SpongeBob, and you know when SpongeBob goes to Sandy's place, and he's without the fish bowl that has water, and then he's dehydrated. He's like, water. Yeah, that's us with center backs, man. I fucking need center backs, bro. I need center backs, bro. Like that's like SpongeBob needs water. I need fucking capable center backs.
That's Tosin and Aura.
Fuck.
Give me something. That guy is Aura succubus.
What does it say?
Doesn't have no aura.
Bro, the fact of the matter is there are so many positions in this team that we actually like need to improve. It's nuts. We went backwards in that window. Like I know we keep talking about it, but we went backwards in that window.
I do agree.
Yeah, I feel
area, though,
I agree.
As a totality, like obviously in certain positions we improved. Like obviously, I think our depth in midfield improved.
With striker positioning is better.
I don't think it is.
It just hasn't been there. Like when you think about it,
I think we yet to see whether the striker position has improved.
Yeah.
Well,
last
year we had Guiu and Jackson.
And Jackson had 9 goals in the league at this point.
Yeah, but I think what Marshall's trying to say is at least depth-wise it's better because technically we have João Pedro, Delap, and then Guiu. So at least we have. Last season was just Jackson and Guiu. So
I'm not good enough. It's as simple as that.
Oh, here we go. He's gonna make it about like
Jackson.
I can see it from
maybe the depth,
away.
but yeah, like, and like I'd say the right wing position for Esteval, like that was an improvement. Bro, all the other wingers are a downgrade. We haven't upgraded the centre back.
Definitely, and we needed that.
It's this weird situation of we've downgraded this season to somehow upgrade in next season because we're literally getting.
Well, we hope upgrade next season.
No, we are though. But what I mean is,
are we?
We all think Quentin's a better left winger even than the left winger we have right now.
Look what I found.
Oh yeah, I think Quenda will be but like
I think
the other positions is not.
I don't know, like, is he gonna start straight away?
Holy shit!
I told you, bro.
What is this?
I told you, boy.
This is Enzo Fernandez versus Sandro Tonali this season.
Bro, I'm saying
Enzo's only got him beat on progressive passes.
I mean, Tonali's good.
Barely. He's winning all the duels. He's winning possession, carries, forward passes, forward passes.
I told you. Look like last season. I want to compare last season now. Hold on.
I wouldn't do Adam Wharton.
Not a bad show.
He's great, but I don't think he's the correct partnership for me.
To replace Romeo Lavia.
No,
Oh,
he's
I'd
so
not.
do
that's
it.
different
No,
as
he's
last
not.
season.
No, he's not.
Wait, what do you mean? No, he's not.
I don't think Warren's a.
Go down. I just hold on. Oh, I was gonna say, compare
got rid of
Enzo to
him.
this season to last season.
Oh yeah, I'll do that right next.
Yeah, I know, but like
I
he's kind of like
I
a
think
bit shaky at the
CP
start
people are
last season.
suggesting replacing complete staunch difference.
Holy Christ!
I think people are saying
enough,
replace Adam Morton with Lavia.
I wouldn't do that.
Really, because right now Lavia, I'm
No.
sorry.
No. What I mean is, if I'm saying similar profiles in terms of Lavia is great defensively. I don't think Warren's more of
Guess
an
that's
8
a good
to
point,
me.
gaming.
Like Warren's more of an 8 to me than what Lavia is. Lavia is more of a 6/defensive 8. Warren's more of like a box-to-box 8/attacking 8 to me. That's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Now let's compare Enzo last season to this season.
Why you guys
He's
why-
losing.
So this is. Do you know what? The duels being up is not surprising. It does feel like that's the one area of his game so far this season he has actually like improved on. Is he's winning more, like he's more combative in
Yeah.
midfield. But
He's
it seems to
winning
be
more upfield.
it seems to be at the detriment of everything else.
Well, his forward passing
I
percentage.
haven't
and
seen his
forward passing
passing
are
like
the
last
same.
season.
But
like,
yeah, his progressive
His
passing.
passing has disappeared.
Yeah.
And that was
Agile,
like his moniker, like his thing.
Yeah.
That's why I
I would.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just last season to okay.
No, but
Yeah.
apparently Lavia's thing is a quad. I'm done.
Oh,
Is it
so
a
like-
re-injury?
Since I saw
it's
him
not.
reach a world-class
not a
level,
re-injury,
and
is it?
also he's one of our own. But apparently,
one of
it's
our own?
reported that it's a quad as of now, right? With Lavia, so he's going to be out
How
for a
long's he out
while.
for that?
While we
Yeah.
already have a Sugo out, brother, I am done. I'm done with this
If
guy.
we can get like 30, 20 million
I don't
from
care
him,
if
I
he's
would take
21.
it. I would take
I don't
it,
care.
but
I don't care if he's 21. I don't care if he gets healthy for another club. He's not been healthy for my club. Right? It's when the
when you
whole
say-
thing about
yeah.
how's he done? Like when people say like, "Oh my God, this player's doing better for the other club." That's great. He's not done well for my club, so I don't give a fuck.
But that's what I'm saying, CP. If the links to Adam Morton are true, I would bring in Adam Morton and get rid of Lavia.
Okay. Yeah. If Isugo's fit, yeah, then I would take it. Yeah.
Even if
I
Asugo's
think-
not fit.
Mino's
Just bring
a
him into the
shout
team.
too. Mino's a shot too.
Do you see
Kobe?
the club getting rid of him now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Mine-
No, I would not bring Bobby Mino into this team.
I
Not
just
to play
think
him in that
I
position.
still choose to support him, but like if club
Yeah, I
wants to
get you.
keep him and do it, I'm still gonna support him. But if like
obviously,
literally
Chris,
30,
we're gonna support
30,
regardless,
20
but
million
I think
bid,
when you're
I would
looking
take it.
when you're looking at the better for this club and squad planning,
No,
you
I-
can't plan with Lavia.
You can't. This brother.
He don't get me
I do
wrong.
feel- I feel bad.
I'll
I do feel bad.
I'll be honest. I might sound like a dickhead or be a dickhead. I've never commented on a player's post or shit in my life, but if this dickhead is out for a couple of months and during that period posts some bullshit again about fitness and us questioning him, I will respond. I will fucking respond to that on his IG or whatever he fucking posted on stories on whatever. Because
CP's
this
gonna send
man
some hate to his
has-
DM.
No, I'm just gonna be like
Piece of
basically
shit.
stop posting and stop worrying about your fitness. Like I'm not gonna call him a dickhead or something, but I'm
No.
gonna, because like brother, you've done this 2 times where you've posted when you're injured, and some fucking side digs at the fan base because they were questioning your fitness, and then again you're fucking injured, and I understand you're upset because you want to play for us, great, but your fucking body and what you're doing or whatever it's going on is not working for us, bro.
It reminds me of a bit like Sturridge for us. Like Sturridge is always getting injured his legs.
You know who it reminds me of? Do you remember Diaby for Arsenal?
Yes. Yeah.
That's who it reminds me of. Literally his body breaking down in front of us, and he's a decent player. That's what's happening.
The thing is, you bring in Wharton. I think Wharton, I don't think is better than Lavia in terms of recouping the ball and dispossessing the opposition. But he can do the job. He can do a decent job. And then he has this ability to find passes in between the lines, which is something that Lavia did in the beginning under the Poch preseason and never seen it again. I'd bring in Wharton and then send Lavia in the other direction or some other direction that's not Chelsea, because it's frustrating. He's a good player. If he stays fit, I'll easily stand on my two heels and say world-class player.
Yeah.
But he can't stay fit.
Yeah.
And you're trying to plan a team around a player who can't stay fit. It's destined to fail. Just like you plan on building a house on shaky foundation, it's destined to come down at some point.
And Maresca's trying his best. He even put in the press conference too. Before this injury, he's like, my goal for Lavia is just for him to be fit, for him to be healthy.
Yeah. And he's doing the same thing for Fofana, and I hope it's not the same result.
I'm not gonna lie, who has been one of the best in getting injury-prone players fit, from Reece James to Pedro Neto since he's joined our club. You know, and hopefully Fofana too, after he's listened to Enzo Maresca's advice this season and won't fuck around like he did last season. So, like, you know, but also Wharton will cost us like a lot of money, and I don't want to spend that kind of money on a backup midfielder. Like that's when our scouts should be doing shit in Brazil or Portugal or whatever they need to do.
I was gonna say, if we're trying to sign that time, I don't know how much he'd cost. He'd cost less than Wharton. But if you're trying to sign that kind of midfielder, I'd go and get Stiller from Stuttgart.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Oh, and dude, and it's in this Bundesliga, these guys are actually willing to sell their players for like not stupid pricing. Like I would put
if we were willing to sell Lavia and replace him, I'd go get Stiller.
In a heartbeat, brother. That man's so good at passing too. Like if you're talking about what's happened to Enzo Fernandez's passing, he's got that covered. He's so good.
God damn.
He's like right now a shittier version of Toni Kroos. I won't lie. He's that good. I would pay that money right now. If it's anything under 70 million, I would pay that money.
Me 2 seconds.
50 million for is the release clause? 50 million euros? Oh hell yeah for Stella. Fuck yeah. Yeah. You can't say Germans of all floppers. We literally had Rudiger and Ballack and others. Curler.
Maresca came out with some comments. I'm not a fan of them. The intention was to rest Caicedo, Enzo Gusto, and more. They cannot play every 3 days. The Club World Cup affected them a lot. We did try to rotate.
Look at PSG's injuries as well. Like,
I know, but I don't want you to come out and say this in public, because now it just looks like an excuse.
It's not an excuse. No, the whole fact. No, everyone.
Even a fact.
Even TalkSport commentators said that this would bite us in the ass. We even said this would bite us in the ass, but we wanted to win it. That this would compromise their fitness. And it was on the sporting directors to strengthen it enough where it doesn't bite us in the ass. I still take it though.
We're the first Club World Cup winners, man. So
here's the thing, and you're right, Chris. I'm not regretting it. I'm not. I have never at any point regretted it. It's coming out and kind of using it as an excuse to why you couldn't beat Qarabag.
No, it's
Club World Cup.
I hear you the timing of the match.
I know. CP, I know. It's what the rivals are going to say. It's what everyone is going to say. It's what DHL is going to say. Do you understand? It's just giving fuel to the fire.
I guess.
I'm not a fan.
Can't control what people think sometimes.
That's fine. I get that.
If you look at even Chelsea, yeah, we've had injuries, but even look at PSG, who also got to the final like us. They've had a fair few injuries up their top. I remember watching against Barcelona. They had no one really compared to what they faced against us with it. And like, it's definitely affected it. Like,
everyone knew this was going to happen. It's on the directors once again. It's on the directors to have enough quality. And maybe in the midfield, they thought they did because they also bought in Asugo. So I get it. Like, what I mean is they had Santos and Asugo.
Yeah.
So I can kind of get that. And, you know.
That one makes sense, yeah.
I can get that they thought they might have had enough depth for that. But the other positions, that's on them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Buenanote, he had a lovely shot that almost won us the game.
Hey, Marshall, I just want to ask you this question now. What Ray Allen said, you know what I'm saying? Why we let KDH go, man? My baller, man. Huh? My baller. My baller would have been fine here right now. You know what I'm saying? My baller would have been
like
better.
No word of a lie. Like,
yeah.
That Buenas noches.
Genuine. I was gonna say, genuinely speaking, Yeah, we downgraded from KDH with Buonanotte. Do
Hey,
you know
you
how dark
say
that
the
is?
ball-
No, that is
We downloaded from KDH to Buonanotte. We
downloaded.
downloaded.
Yeah, we downloaded.
We did download.
we downgraded from Sancho and who else was on that left last season?
I think
Sancho and Madueke to fucking Gittins and Garnacho.
Yeah, I actually do agree with that. Yeah.
Well, Madueke was more right wing. He just started making slight appearances on the left. So I would.
Don't
say
you
we
think
upgraded
he's-
Yeah,
him.
it was only after Mudryk
We
became
also we
droppable.
upgraded because we got Esteval. So
Okay,
I'll say
Mudryk's
upgrade
not a
on that.
downgrade from them.
But I
Mudryk
wouldn't say
is a downgrade.
Sancho and Gittins is a downgrade because let's be honest, Sancho wasn't doing great GNA either, and we were saying he was a little wuss for not shooting enough, similar to Gittins.
He wasn't like amazing.
So
but
I would say it was a more sideways with at least Gittins and Sancho, but
Mm-hmm. We're
I mean,
out
yeah,
here
but
missing KDH.
Ganacho-
Yes,
not
banana,
Ganacho.
banana. Yes.
hey
Sancho
banana,
didn't-
banana. You know what I'm saying? It's when you lose something when you realize the value. That's what I'm saying. Conference League KDB, man. Put some respect on his name, man.
even in the Premier League when he came on for his other few appearances,
He's
he was
doing
still
decent
scoring.
for Everton.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good for them.
Mhm.
I mean, he's a solid player. That's how I view him as. He's not like awful or like amazing. He's just in between.
Damn.
He could do a job.
Wait,
Chris.
question to the panel because Ray Allen said something. Do you think
What's
the
up?
Mudryk we saw last season is better than the Gittins and Garnacho we're seeing right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck.
Wait, really?
Yes.
What?
Conference League
Like, yeah, but
Testro X Mudryk
But-
is better than what I'm seeing
But
from
it is-
fucking.
I will say.
Gittins
Well,
and
Gittins and
Garnacho.
Garnacho? Like I can get Garnacho maybe. Gittins
Yes.
too?
Yes.
Marshall? No,
Yeah.
I'm asking Marshall though. I'm asking Marshall for this.
Yeah,
one.
no. The Gittins, because listen,
Fuck.
Mudryk had a knack to get into juicy areas and look creative, like cause problems on the wing, but the final product wasn't consistent. Whether it's the decision making or overshot cross or what Garnacho did today, like who freaking tried to shoot for fucking goal and goes for a throw in. Fucking
Well, hey,
Christ.
something
was a joke,
similar
by the
happened
way.
with Garnacho today, so it's
When that happened, I just saw the face of Robert show up in front of my eyes. I was like, we need to talk. But yeah, like Mudryk in that last season that he was playing and getting into the rhythm of things, I think it looked better than what Gittins is. Gittins is up there, but definitely Garnacho. I'm sorry, the goals aren't going to hide the fact that he's been having some shit performances over and over and over again.
I
He
don't
is
know,
just so shit.
Can't really disagree.
No, but I think what I was saying to Scott was, I think it's like we downgraded this season to upgrade next season because I think Mamadou Sarr is going to be better than Tosin at the very least. So we're getting
Yes.
him back, right? I think Penders is at least going to be better than Jorgensen at the very least. That's an
hopefully
upgrade.
Ben and
Wenda's
Sam-
for sure a fucking upgrade compared to the dog shit we have on the left. And I think better than Pedro Neto, even as a right winger. I think Kendry Paez is better than Buenos Noches because Buenos Noches is literally nothing.
Wait, is he gonna play mainly a 10 then? Paris? I thought it's like also left mid.
Kendry's like a backup 10 / like can't play on the right thing.
Oh, okay. I
Mhm.
mean, that's that's gonna be something because like Palmer's like on a 10, but he can also play the right. So I wonder where he's gonna like play next
Chris.
season as well.
I need you to address something.
No.
Damn.
Two things.
What?
First of all,
XG?
Oh,
This is
hell
our XG.
no.
Qarabag had a better XG than we did.
Well, I
Was
would
that
say.
Friday?
Well, okay, yeah, but like a penalty, by the way, does boost up the
That's-
XG quite a bit.
Fair
It
enough.
does.
Fair point, Chris.
That's very fair.
I'm not saying it was amazing. Like we had a few chances, but I don't know. I don't know what XG a penalty gives you, but it's quite high.
I think it's like 0.75, I think.
I'll give
Yeah,
you that. That's fine.
And also, man,
The next thing.
I think it's just mistakes from the centre back. We just gave him like this.
You're
After
right.
all that, did
The next
Sanchez
thing.
have to make any?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did Sanchez have to make any good
Yeah.
saves though?
Yeah, so
Right.
DHL, we're not saying a 19 and a 20-year-old center back partnership because I'm hoping, knock on wood, that Colwell's healthy. So we'll have that.
Oh, next
So
season?
our starting should be Colwell and Fofana. If not, it might be Colwell and Star
that's
or
the
Colwell
picks
and
confirmed, man,
Achapon.
like, that ain't
But we'll
gonna
still
happen.
have an older figure.
All right, Chris.
That's why I don't like always. I know it looks bad, but like I mean we didn't play great anyway, so I'm not gonna try to defend it. But like XG wise, I felt like we still looked closer in general to get our goals more.
Mhm.
But
Rick-
it should be expected, by the way. It's quarterback
be-
at the end of the day.
Before
That's
before
why
I show
don't
you the
fully
next
take
thing,
Stats always, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta look at your eye test.
I understand. Before I show you the next thing, ladies and gents in the chat, smash up the like button or hype up the video. I don't remind you often, but I'm gonna remind you this time. We've been in an upward trajectory, people. Let's keep it going. All right, upward trajectory. Unlike Chelsea, let's not be inconsistent. All right, and also making sure my hand's pointing this way. All right.
Why?
I'll explain later.
You got a bad hand?
Chris,
Oh,
Ah. Oh,
yeah, Chris. How dare he?
I don't really know. Like they weren't really attacking this side though. Like recoveries, clearances. Yeah, makes sense. He
I'll
didn't
show
really get
you
involved
the,
in attack either. Actually, yeah, he didn't really do a whole lot, did he?
you didn't have a good game today, man.
I don't think he did like anything like bad. He just didn't really do a whole lot. What did he do like, you know, bad like defensively his side? I don't think they really bothered like going through his side.
I
They
just
went
think his
more the left side.
positioning was poor. His crossing was not
His
good. I'll
positioning,
be honest.
honestly.
His crossing was not.
He's a
good.
bit slowish, like more slower, like jogging back. I noticed this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to nitpick on things like maybe he did wrong because I don't think he did a whole lot wrong. He was just there. That's how it felt.
0 accurate crosses.
It's a
Fucking
shame.
hell, bro.
Yeah, maybe like the crosses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, he had 1 out of 6 correct long balls, 17%.
I'm trying to think because
And the one was probably the one to the lap, if you remember.
yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good ball. That was a good.
That was a
I
great
remember
ball.
that.
That's
Yeah.
why he's in the midfield. But today was just. I honestly, genuinely cannot remember the last time Reece James had like a stinky game like this. If I had to think off the top of my head, Real Madrid first leg in 2022.
Well, I would say when he got subbed on last season or the
That's
season
if you-
before, I
with
think
red
it
card.
was
You
Poch.
remember red card? Yeah.
Yeah, when he got the red card.
Oh,
He got
that's
subbed
another
on
one. Yeah,
with the
you're right.
Poch season and just fucking
Yeah,
got
he
red.
lost
Newcastle,
his head.
right?
He lost his
You
head. Man.
idiot, yeah.
He just lost his head because he was so frustrated at himself with the injuries and just the season was
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
not a good performance. from
I
him.
mean, I don't think he did like, you know, like what is he doing, like performance, like bad. Like the goals we can see today wasn't because of him. Like
Yeah.
it was mainly because of the centre back area, but
Yeah.
it's a shame with the passing and the crossing. I think was quite bad for him. I would say, yeah, like that was the big eye opener, I guess. Defensively, I still had no issue. Like I know the stats still don't show it, but they didn't really go past him. They didn't go through his side. What I saw anyway. Maybe I'm missing something, but
We're literally gonna be in a battle for top 4 again.
yeah,
Like a
that's
straight up
Mhm.
battle. Like
I know
not-
someone. To be fair, I think someone asked me that earlier when I said this season's a write-off, and like what I meant by that. I meant that like I think all we do is contend for top 4, and we don't win any trophies. That's
okay,
what I mean.
Marshall.
Which,
you
like,
should
for
do-
me is a write-off because that's what we did last season.
And I think it's going to be top 5 for Champions League again because the way the English teams are battering every other league, especially the Spanish league, every time we face them, I think we're going to get enough coefficient points to get the 5th spot again this season. So
I just thought of it, Marshall. You know what you should do? You don't shave your hair off until like Chelsea win 5 games in a row.
No, I can't do that. For work
I would
purposes.
love that. That would be hilarious.
I still think we'll beat Man United. to
We've done it before.
No, yeah, we've done it last season, or and I think we've done it
Yeah.
this season.
So it's not like it's
Scott heard that.
impossible.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not gonna
Man,
do it.
shout out to my baller, man. Shout out to my baller.
Well, speaking of the baller, few things to share about him. 18. Following tonight's goal, Esteval is now, the only South American player to score in consecutive UEFA Champions League appearances while age 18 or younger. Chosen.
I almost went to say, well, yeah, Yamal, but he's not South American.
Esteval William is now Chelsea's top scorer for this season. Started 7 games, 4 goals, 1 assist.
Really?
Doesn't get a start. Esteval created more chances, 3. Registered more successful take-ons, 3. Won more duels, 7. Than any player for either Qarabag or Chelsea. Another Chelsea goal as well. Man of the match performance, 1 goal, 3 key passes, 3 shots, 25 passes, 56 touches, 3 dribbles, 2 tackles, 1, 8 duels, 1. And that's something completely different. But yeah.
Lucky to have him.
Yeah, we are.
Well
but
done to the scouting team and even directors to find this guy. 'cause
he needs to
is
play,
actually a
man.
gem.
He needs to play. Like, just let go of the shackles and let him play. Seriously.
Yeah, I agree. Like, he should play more. He should start the next game, in my opinion. But it's probably not even gonna happen. Like, because he played what 80 minutes or so, or a full 90, maybe. Did he play the whole 90? I think he did actually, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, like I would like us actually like switch around the roles. Like, he's more involved in more important games, like the Tottenham game and like the Premier League games and the big. For me, I hope he actually starts, because if he's playing these Champions League games, he should start against Barcelona. I hope to God he's playing against Barcelona. I really do.
Yeah,
I know Maresca can definitely see he's like being our best winger on form wise. I know he won't say it, but you can see it like on the field. He's a game changer. He can create something. He can like.
One more like to 30 likes, people.
Neto's not.
I think Banana's correct though. We are gonna get Garnetto.
That's what I mean. Like
this
Garnacho,
weekend,
every time he starts, he doesn't really give you a great performance. Every time Neto right now, like last 3 or 4 games, he hasn't played well.
I just don't know what to.
Much either.
I just don't know what to think, because it's like whenever he's showing up, he's balling, which I think obviously is Esteval's talent, but I also think it's the way Maresca's managing him. So I want him to play more, but also I feel like Maresca's managing him correctly, where he's giving him these chances and glimpses to keep performing well and to keep gaining more confidence.
So you're saying what we want as a fandom is coming more from a position of disparity than it is of what's right to do.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it for sure. Point one, because even though he's different than other 18-year-olds, fair enough, he shouldn't be the focal point to that extent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I got it.
Like, even when we got Eden Hazard, he came from winning the best player award and winning the league in France, at least.
How old is he? 19 when you won the
I think it was 20. He was 20. He was 2 years older, actually. So
yeah,
he was 2 years more polished in European football in general, right?
How old was Neymar when he broke the scenes for his age?
He joined Barcelona when he was 21.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was like
He broke through obviously young in Santos, but he joined Barcelona 21. He was 21 years old. So this guy is so that's what I'm saying. So all these people are at least in the 20s or 21. So they're 3 years older than Esteval is. Right? So it's like us expecting this is different. And the thing is, like, you could say Yamal, but Yamal at least has someone in the attack that's so experienced as Lewandowski. Like, whatever you may think of him, he's literally a 2-time Ballon d'Or winner in a sense, because COVID happened.
Yeah.
Who's still leading the line. Right? He still has
DHL. So as much as I agree with you here, right? Unfortunately, with how busy footballing schedules are, it's not about the 11 that you have on the pitch. It's about the squad you have. And unfortunately, I'll admit, with everyone else, the squad planning has been poor. You have a LAVIA that can't stay fit. Isugo is current. I'm not going to blame him for Isugo. I think Isugo is a good fit for the squad depth, but he's not available. Go ahead, CP.
Sorry. Also, DHL. I know you are. We all, as a panel, get used to your stupid takes. So I guess you didn't hear me correctly. You brought in Rooney breaking through in Everton, and then he joined United, right? Guess who he was surrounded by in fucking United? Scholes, Ferdinand, fucking Vidic, Van der Sar, Ronaldo, a more polished Ronaldo, by the way, fucking Tevez. Look at he was surrounded by still people and players that had won leagues, won trebles, and were experienced to guide him.
Wait, I missed.
Right? You do start your best players, but he was still surrounded by quality and experienced players, so he didn't have to burden the load of the attack. Right now, Esteval has to burden the entire load of the attack because the rest of the wingers and the 10 and Buenos Noches and Enzo in the 10 is also shit. And João Pedro is also not great in the 10.
But this DHL, you kind of contradicted yourself here. At least I think you did. I don't care for all this chat. I think just play your best players in your most important matches, regardless of age. So why play Esteban today, then not against Wolves?
Yeah.
Then at what point is there going to be not an important match where he can rest? Because if Wolves is also an important match, a relegated side Wolves, that we need him to be there for an important match.
Didn't Wolves recently sack their manager?
They just sacked their manager, so they're on a
They haven't
manager
hired a new
bounce.
one yet. They haven't hired a new one yet. I even googled it. They haven't hired a new.
I know, but even like a guy just to fill in, like morale can change. Maybe the players won't get along with the manager. Like it's all changing.
Don't lump me into it. All right, I was just saying DHL. Not everyone in the panel is going to,
Yeah.
Well,
just I don't know, not be triggered. I don't know.
But
it's hard to trigger me.
yeah, it's just no. Here's the thing, DHL. I would honestly,
I'm not gaslighting you.
DHL. I would even get you. I would agree with you more if Palmer was healthy. Do you get what
I
I'm
was
saying?
actually going to ask you guys that too. Do you
if
think
Palmer-
things turn around when Palmer comes back?
Yeah, of course. You're talking about a guy who's a 30 GNA merchant back-to-back seasons, and last season was an off-season, quote unquote. Right?
Kind of like how Man City with and without KDB.
Yeah. Right.
Not comparing the two.
He doesn't have to.
The
He doesn't have
impact
to.
on the team.
But yeah, he doesn't have to. Like if I would fully agree with you, DHL, if Palmer was healthy. If Palmer was healthy, I would be like, you know what, he doesn't have to have the entire burden as an 18-year-old. Palmer beside him, right? Who's been there, done that, and he can handle the burden more so, right? And also, they had a great connection when they were playing together, when they were both there. So it's just, you know.
The thing is, like, back in the day that DHL is talking about, like the Rooney, like the schedule just wasn't as packed as it is now. And you can get away with playing your strongest 11, barring maybe one or two players every game. And even then, when I think about it, like, bro, I remember FA Cup, not even FA Cup, Carling Cup games where I saw Hilario between the sticks, Alex, Paulo Ferreira, Kalu, Zirkov, all these players just play that were like a heavily rotated squad against, like, I don't know, Sheffield Tuesday. Should be able to beat these teams. And this is where we go back to what we said originally. Do I think that our squad overall is stronger than last season? Yes. I don't think this shows that it's not good enough. I think this just continues to show that when it comes to the depth, our defense is absolutely horrendous. We have horrible defensive depth. We had horrible defensive depth last season, and we still had Disasi in the team. And we had, who else did we have that wasn't doing a good job back there?
Show was really bad last season, to be honest, compared to this season.
Like, it was just not good. Not good.
And DHL
now, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, DHL, you're bringing up Saka, brother. You know he broke through when Aubameyang and Lacazette were still in the squad. Once again, a guy who was a golden boot winner for Arsenal, who literally led them to win the FA Cup in front of us. Right? It's about burden again. And first of all, Saka was playing a left back first before he even moved to the front line.
I thought it was right back. Right wing back. I don't know.
No, left. Dude, he was left wing back. He was a left footer. He started left wing back, and then he moved to the right. I think it is about burden, dude, because like, dude, yes, the Arsenal team was trash. They still had a 20-goal scorer in Aubameyang. He literally scored the goals to beat us in the FA Cup.
The burden of responsibility for winning games wasn't on Saka back then.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. It was on Lacazette. It was on. No one put pressure on Saka at left back / left wing back. It was on Aubameyang and Lacazette to score the goals.
Pepe held a big amount of
Pepe too, yes.
criticism
because he was 70 million.
Pepe was shit though, wasn't he?
Right?
He was shit. Yeah.
So that's
then
why
they got Willian.
Yeah.
You know.
So
I mean, he did have. I mean, Saka, like in his when he hit 20 or something, like he had a lot of responsibility.
And then when Saka did start breaking through, how shit was that team? They were 8th 2 seasons in a row.
Oh no, their attack was awful.
Right. So then Saka didn't have to have too much burden because
Mhm.
everyone's like, oh, the team in general is so shit that I'm not gonna put extra pressure on this kid for the entire.
But the thing is, DHL, I'm saying playing him, that's it. By playing him, I think we are asking him to carry the burden because why are you
because
playing
the others
him?
are shit. It's DHL. We're saying it's because the others are shit. That's why
exactly.
we're saying he has to carry the burden because we talk about the other wingers in Neto who doesn't provide any GNA. Garnacho and Gittins don't provide any GNA or too much creativity. João Pedro looks hit and miss. João Pedro looks hit and miss in terms of creativity, anyways, in the 10. Enzo Fernandez also looks hit and miss.
This is also true.
Right, so it's like
actually maybe not. I think the fan. Actually, I disagree.
I think this is the one player,
Yeah,
where this fan base will give him the time and space.
Yeah.
Because since day one, actually,
He's shown
we have
them.
backed him. We have.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this since actually Eden Hazard, like us backing a youngster this much since Hazard.
As a whole collective, yeah.
As a collective, that's also not from the
There's no
academy. by the
doubt.
way.
Unless
That's
your
also
name's
not from the
Ahmed,
Banana.
like and the whole
Banana's on
collective
point
of-
here. That's essentially what we're saying. And I'm not saying don't play him DHL. I think all of us agree. Just start him at this point. But
Yeah, like
just understand what is going to happen as a result of starting him. You are going to start putting pressure on him.
I think after the Wolves game, I think we should be on Maresca's case about playing Esteval more because reports are that Palmer should be making at least a sub appearance for Burnley and then
Wolves,
should
maybe?
be getting ready to start for Barcelona and Arsenal. And when that happens, I fully agree with you. Start
Depending,
Esteval because now he has Palmer at least.
Palmer might even be back in training this week.
No, he's
By
back
the
in
way-
training, but they're gonna give him sub minutes for Burnley, is what the report said.
Also,
On the
the
weekend.
manager
You
might
don't think
not
he'll
rush.
be able to get sub minutes?
No, don't
for,
rush him.
Wolves?
Don't rush him. Please don't rush him. Please don't rush him.
Like I said, like he might not even be like ready fully for even Barcelona. He might be ready for Arsenal, but like maybe like he not get a full 90 or full 70.
And-
He
and
might,
DHL,
he might
the-
get a half.
We are playing a Wolves side who, in the beginning, we were 3-0 up before we decided to shit the bed, right? With
Yeah.
Tosin and so forth. So we should be having our slightly better defenders in Fofana at the very least, right?
Bro.
So we should, I think, if we're, I guess, I get you with beggars can't be choosers, but like we should be having better defense because Fofana's healthy, knock on wood still, right? So that should help our defense, right? Because we did score 3 goals. We still won the game, by the way, for that one too, right? So I think we should be able to beat Wolves, who's managerless right now,
Mhm.
If we
right?
go to
So, yeah.
right lineup, like centre back partnership, like Fofana, Chalobah. Or
Yeah, I think it's gonna be because Fofana got rested for that reason. I think it's gonna be Fofana,
Do you
Chalobah. I
reckon
think this
Reece
is gonna
James
be
takes a break?
no. I think Reece James is gonna play the midfield again. I think it's gonna be Reece James, and it's gonna be the exact same lineup as Spurs, basically. I think.
I still like to see us still play that game.
I know, me too, but I think it's gonna be the exact same one.
I'm not even.
What about
the-
Delap?
Okay, I guess it could be different, a little different with Delap, but I don't know.
I'm thinking
I
of
think
Delap, like strike and Joe behind him with
Like
creativity.
you.
Because to me, Joe Pedro played well in the 10 today. He did create a few chances. The first goal did come from him. He
Just
also
hold on to the ball for too long, man.
But we say that about Palmer too, at 10.
Not like João Pedro.
Come on. Last season,
No,
man,
I agree with
know.
Marshall, Chris. I do agree with
Come-
Marshall on this one because
How can you agree? You was one of them.
Huh?
When we said when I said like you say Palmer doesn't hold the ball like that much. Yeah, you guys said Palmer just holds.
No. I know he
Palmer
does. but I'm
holds the
saying-
ball
I'm
way
saying-
too much
Got
and
you
like makes the
lacking.
wrong decision.
I'm
I
saying-
mean,
I'm
a lot
saying-
of you said it, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
understand
look
it
at Chris.
to a point
He's
as well.
alive. No, but
No, I
Chris,
remember.
I think, dude, Mads
That was
usually
good
putting
stuff.
out-
That
he's
was good
alive.
stuff
I
with
see
Palmer
you.
last season. We're not forgetting that.
I see you, Chris. No, but I think João Pedro for the past few games, maybe because you could be correct, Chris, in terms of out of sight, out of mind. But the past 2 games,
Mhm.
especially, he's been holding the ball even more. That's the issue for
Okay.
me. Like he's driving with the ball, and I'm like, release it. Why are you running into traffic?
But I also heard this about Palmer last season.
No,
won't
I agree
forget
with
that.
you. I agree with you. I do
Even
agree.
in
With
Discord calls and
But-
here.
Look,
So here's the one thing I like
like
about his
PTSD
ability
on
to
here,
hold
man.
the ball, by the way, is he'll drag defenders with him. Like there was that one play where he was holding the ball for forever and he dragged defenders with him. He dragged like 2 center backs with him or whatever. And then that left all that space. And unfortunately, he's also the one that gets into juicy positions for goal. There's no Cole Palmer there. If Palmer were there, boom, you take the center backs out of the equation, you pass it around the back, you have the open space now, boom, Palmer's in there, maybe there's an opportunity to score a goal.
Yeah.
You don't have that. So it just doesn't suit the players that we have right now, the whole hold-up play and stuff. I'm not saying bench him, but
Here's the thing.
it goes in part with why he's been
Pedro
good.
Neto was 10% better attacking wise. I would have put Esteban on the 10 and put Pedro Neto on the right wing. But he's not that right now, so...
The thing is, though, we're talking about the attack as if the problem was the goals.
Goals, yeah. It was the defense, bro. That got
And that's why, like, I look at some of the people in the chat. I look at some of the comments I'm probably going to see on Twitter and from other people. And it's going to be, we need to start Esteban. We need to do this and that. And, our left wing depth isn't good enough and all this and that. Brother, we scored 2 goals against Qarabag. That should be enough to beat them.
It should have been enough today. Like we made mistakes at the back. That's the problem. That is
Like,
the big problem
we don't talk about Arsenal's attack
No, you
because
said
they're
just
winning
go out-
games 1-0, 2-0.
No,
They're keeping
if-
clean sheets,
yeah,
and one goal is
they'd
enough
be
for the
quite-
victory.
They would have beat Qarabag today 2-0 easily, 3-0.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like they would have that would have been no problem. They wouldn't have made stupid mistakes from the penalty, like getting through so easily. Like you wouldn't have seen like Saliba or Gabriel like swinging in like that and like getting turned.
No. I'm just letting you guys know. Right now, Arsenal are getting away with murder because their
walking away
defense
now.
is so good.
Yeah.
Their striker has 4 goals out of 10 in the Premier League. They paid 60 million for a guy who scored 40 plus goals in Liga NOS to only have 4 goals in 10 games right now in the Premier League.
I mean, João Pedro has 3.
Provides fuck all outside of those goals.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Bukayo Saka, when was the last time he got an assist? Let alone a goal. People aren't talking about it. Saka not really looking like his old self. Maybe the hamstring injuries got to him. But he hasn't been performing and lighting the world up on fire like he normally does.
This is what I said like a couple of weeks ago.
Trossard ain't doing shit. What happened to Eze? Eze's still questionable.
I mean, he's in that midfield fair. Like he's there. He's not.
But
like
he's being
forward.
rotated in and out. He's not an out and out starter. You bought 60 million for a rotational player. He's not even 60. He's more, isn't he?
I mean, they bought Madueke for 50 as well, but like that was definitely for rotation. But I haven't seen Madueke for a while. Is he injured?
He's injured.
That makes sense.
Their attack has been so underwhelming. But I think Gabriel is their top goal scorer right now, which goes to show their attack
is
has
he
been
is he really
so
their top scorer?
underwhelming. I believe so, yes.
Wow. I mean,
But
like, this is why I said
their
like,
defense is so good. They keep clean sheets. And as long as they get 1 goal from a set piece, from a penalty, from whatever, they get the result. That's all everyone cares about. No one is talking about how shit that attack is.
I just wonder if it's just like Arteta's style and system, what makes it like that. And I'm just thinking, where did he get it from? Because he's learned under Pep and all that. Like, you can't learn that under Pep, just defend like that. But yeah, that's why I think like Man City's like that dark horse this season now at this point, because like City are, like creeping up there. I think they're what, top 4, top 3 now. I don't know where they are, but like if Arsenal just keep relying on defense and no one to really put the goals in a consistent basis,
And that's
like,
the other thing, too.
they're gonna slip.
Bro, Donnarumma got away with murder today.
Did he?
Murder.
I didn't watch any football after our game. I was done.
Dude. He went to punch the ball, missed, and the player, who were they playing against? I forgot who they were playing against.
I didn't watch, so
He misses.
It was Dortmund. It was
Dortmund. He misses, and
Dortmund, didn't they?
the Dortmund player, I forget what player it was. I think it was Garassi. He heads the ball, but it doesn't go on target. It goes back to the direction it came from. I was like, bro, that would have been in the juiciest fail comp if they had scored off of you from that. They have their deficiencies too. All these teams have their deficiencies. But
I will
ours
say,
is
right,
defense, and people take advantage of it.
I will say, since I know you say Donnarumma got away with murder, but I have noticed they don't really tend to concede more than 1 goal really since they brought in Donnarumma.
They've solidified because of him.
Yeah, like he has done pretty well for him, but yeah, like I'm not gonna like. I see like you're trying to take like little points maybe because of the whole goalkeeper debate.
Yeah.
But they have improved from the back because of him, I think, and he's definitely.
But
I wish we'd buy him though as well. But
this is the craziest part. I never in my life thought that I would be, because I really was super frustrated and could not stand Sanchez last season. I never got to a point where I hated him.
last season,
I'm
way more
getting to
frustrating.
that point with Tosin. I am getting to that point with Tosin. Because now it's getting to a point with Tosin where it's like, okay, I'm no more of this Sanchez scapegoating. Brother, you are putting him in really shitty situations. You are part of the reason he's not getting clean sheets. It's like, you're part of the reason he even has like highlights in some of these
I'm
games.
trying to think like when the Sanchez. I mean, he's done the shitty passes like
He had a
games.
shitty pass today.
No, yeah,
Which
he had one bad
happens.
pass there, yes.
Yeah.
But I haven't really noticed he hadn't like made any big crucial mistakes in a while. Yeah, touch wood, like he doesn't do recent in the future. But yeah, like he hasn't done it as nowhere near as frustrating as last season with his mistakes. Or like know, I remember the City game where he just ran out halfway and didn't know what to do. Passes.
United was his last bad game.
Yeah, that was like on him and Chalobah, but yeah, like that was probably like he put us to 10 men like that early. You shouldn't be doing that, of course. Like, it's stupid. But as a goalkeeper, like ability, like passing or saving, like he hasn't done anything too crazy. That red card is just him being stupid as a person. But
Stupid
I
idiot.
hear the Tosin one, but I don't look at like how maybe you look at like relying on him. Hopefully we shouldn't have relied on him if Afana stays fit. Hopefully he's the backup. He's the guy who played quarterback.
I hope so, because I'm worried.
I don't want to be like worried like he has to play games in like most games for the season. Hopefully.
I'm worried because I can't even sit here and be like, oh, Maresca rushed him. Maresca played him when he wasn't ready. I'm worried about Lavia. And if he's doing his best to manage Lavia's minute and he's
I don't think
still
that's
getting
Maresca's
injured
fault.
like this, I'm worried about Fofana as well.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's like still Maresca's fault. He actually does pretty good protecting his players. Look at Reece James. Like Reece
I'm
James
not
is,
blaming
like,
Maresca. I'm just saying if this is Maresca trying to manage his minutes and he's still getting hurt, it tells me more about the player than it is Maresca. Because like you said, look at Reece James. Reece James he looks like he's not, unless he gets tackled or something, he looks like the best shape
he
he's
looks
been in
solid.
a while.
He looked very comfortable. And he also said like he's not gonna like, you know how he used to always sprint up and down, from the, like bomb it back and forward. He's not gonna do that as much, and that's just smart. Like if your body can't do that no more, you just don't do it and play more smarter to your ability. But like I don't know. I always feel bad for like a player getting injured this much, especially you're like 20, 21. You got like a long way ahead of you. But if he keeps getting injured like this, I don't know what age I remember Jack Wilshere. He's also injury prone, and he retired I think before 30. I can like this could happen for Lavia if it keeps happening too, and yeah, that's gonna be bad for sure. But that's just football. Sometimes some players, just weak, like body parts just not there, just can't do it. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an our fault. We bought Lavia when he's injury prone, right? And we bought Fana from that big injury. We risked it, 70 million. That's kind of on us as well. So
Yeah. Well, we didn't know he was
hopefully-
injured prone when we bought him.
with this Lavia thing, it's just something different. It's not the same like injury he's reoccurring, but it's just another injury to add to the list. So frustrating for him. Like I know he's frustrated. I saw in his face he was angry and frustrated and mad, and he really didn't want to be like, not again. Like it's just the same situation.
DHL. Stop with the agenda, please.
Wait,
It's funny because people credit Maresca with the reason Reece James doesn't get injured anymore, but when Lavia gets injured, Maresca isn't to blame.
are we blaming Maresca?
When you use test A on subject A and B, the same exact test, and subject A is fine, but subject B is not, over the same test, it tells you that it's the actual subject. This is how logic works. This is how hypothesis, science, and all this stuff works. Maresca is treating Reece James, Lavia, and Fofana the same exact way. If the players fail to stay fit, it shows me more about the player. Now, if, for example, something comes out, oh yeah, well, for Reece James to stay fit, I just manage his minutes, but for Lavia to stay fit, I just make him sprint more. Then I could give you that DHL. I'd be like, you know what? It's on Maresca. Maresca's just making him do different things, and he's hurting him, and he's prescribing him the same exact thing.
He's not a genie. He's not gonna like make everyone better, like. Because like he did Reece James, he did the best he could with Reece James. He gave him more time off.
Thank you, JP.
When Reece James came back injured, where people panicked, he put more time for his like break, like recovery. Like he did that on purpose just to make sure Reece James recovered. I'm sure he did the same with Lavia. It's just Lavia's body's different. Everyone's body is different still. They're not all the same.
Here's the other thing, though, Chris.
Yeah,
if I find out by some video or something, Lavia isn't putting in the work outside of training to stay fit, Lavia.
No, I really think most professionals are like that, unless your name's like Sanchez or Sancho.
I don't know. Lavia strikes me as not as professional as the rest of them. I could be wrong.
Like Instagram posts, maybe.
I think he's a little too active on the socials, playing a little bit too much FIFA.
You know, like what he does in training still. Yes, like if it came out like he doesn't train as hard, like I feel like he does under Maresca. I feel like
it's
Maresca
both
wouldn't let it
DHL.
slide.
It's both.
I don't think Maresca wouldn't let it slide. I'll be honest.
This is the same medical team that had Pochettino, but Pochettino would always make the final call and play the players past their.
He killed him in training,
injury.
As well.
And the training too. That's also true.
It was too hard on some of those players.
No, DHL is chatty today. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have you guys seen any news, like how long he's out for, or like how bad it is, or just no?
I haven't seen anything yet. All we know is that it's a muscular thigh injury. Hopefully we find out in the next press conference on Friday.
I pray it's only a month's top.
I pray he's back by international break.
Something like that, yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Still ease him in. You know, you can't rush him in every game.
But yeah, it's just...
Can't walk.
Because I hate to say it, but Lavia is the type of player that could win or lose you a game. He's that much of an impactful player on the pitch. It's just sucks he's not available.
It's always the good. I swear it's always the good technical, good players or whatever.
Yeah.
Like always, like their body doesn't want to like cope with what they're doing. Like you're doing too much for me. It's always the good ones. Like even Arjen Robben, like he was an injury-prone player. But they utilised him really well. They didn't play him every game, and yeah, he still got injured every season. But yeah, like I swear, it's always you hear about the good players always getting injured. Always the good players.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing too much of their legs. That's what it is. Like they can't cope.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here. I got band practice and all that fun stuff. Hey, I don't promote this enough, but if you guys want to listen to some of my music, link down below in the description. I'm in a band. All right, guys, we're gonna rate out. We're rating out to Don Hussam. Let the man know where you're coming from. And yeah, enjoy that. But if you guys want to support the channel, by all means, you can do that by smashing that like, hyping up the video because it helps us out with the YouTube algorithm, and also subscribing. We're on our way to 5K subscribers. We've slowly but surely been closing that gap. So if you're new here, which I know there's a lot of you guys that watch but aren't subscribed, by all means, I invite you to subscribe. There's plenty of great content to come. We're going to be busy throughout the whole season. We have one international break before we go into a long haul of consistent streams and videos for you guys to enjoy. So come and join Casually FC by subscribing. And if you're a member, there's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. Once again, I have to emphasize 99p is the first tier to easily just get you some emojis. I think it helps with ads as well. I think you get less ads if you're a member or something like that. I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me. But regardless, emojis, cool stuff. Way to help out the.
You got new emojis?
We do have some new
Cole
emojis
Palmer?
in there. Yeah, Cold Palmer, Mariska Shush, which I wouldn't use today because we got shushed. And yeah, check those out. New badges as well. More stuff to come. But if you do become a member, you get priority in chat too. I usually, if you guys notice, I give members first choice on what I read out. So yeah, there's a lot of perks to memberships. Helps out the channel tremendously as well. Only 99p for the first tier. But if you're a proper casual, match going casual, super casual, I forget all my tiers, you get shout out at the end of our show. It's going to go to Staff 5050, SDFC Benny, Johnny Bravo, Pels, EPL Tur, JC, Dark, Lanray Sadiq, Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Big up for all your support, and big up to the support of everyone on the chat and in the channel. So raid out to Don Hussam, copy paste the red message, let him know where you're coming from. We'll be back again, not tomorrow, we'll be back again on Saturday to react to the Wolves game. So yeah, be in the lookout for that. Next Wednesday will be the call-in show. This is the first Wednesday. So it was supposed to be today, but we had a UCL review, so I'm pushing the call-in show to next Wednesday. So if you want to dissect the games, talk about Chels, come on here. Call-in show next Wednesday. You have been warned. All right. Big up to every single one of you. We're heading out of here. Have a wonderful night. Stay casual. Don't let Chelsea ruin your night. And we'll see you next time. All right. Have a good night. Peace. Stay casual.